Yo, 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 it's your boy. I need a fucking light. There it is. Welcome. Oh, this is weird. It's only been 5 days, but I feel like I've forgotten everything. Welcome, Soul, Gregory, Actua, Total Builder Wars. That just sounds like a bunch of fighting builders. Ethan Brown, welcome. Willow, thank you, welcome. Grimdor, welcome. Steph, welcome. Viscount, Outer, Akbar, welcome. Eledge, welcome. Furky, welcome. Catalyst, Jeremy, Jose, however you like it said, Johnson, Luke, David, Bladerex, Nubus, Willkommen. Minecraft PvP. You've just leaked my next stream. Why have you done that? Don't appreciate that. Anyway, we're into some Silence and the Fury. How many days is it now? Just 4 days. What do you know? It's a coming. It's not too far for everybody. Should be good. I'm all good, thanks, Essa. I got a question. What Beastmen units got buffed? A good question. I do have the patch notes, but I'm not sure I'm allowed to talk about them. I haven't actually looked at them yet. I can get them, I just don't actually have them yet. Let me have a quick look. Is this it? Chinese version. Definitely not going to be able to read that one. Yeah, not sure about those. Not sure. I can't look at the patch notes, but we can look at stuff and see what has changed by all means. They can't stop us. Oh, here you go, look. Here's our first test. How many Troglodons is too many Troglodons? This was for my intro shot to one of my videos. I just used loads of Troglodons. Outer said something. What did Outer say? A couple of people said something. Okay, let's start from the top. It's a bump for Beastmen. That's just some Beastmen hype. Would like to request just hovering over a Bree Shaman hero. Okay. On a Tuskor. There you go. So I can compare the current one. So yeah, the stats should be less for the Tuskor Chariot, but it comes with Vanguard deployment. What did Jeremy ask? Any stat buffs to existing Beastmen units? We found out that Minotaurs have less melee attack. That's one we did find last time. 1658 hours. I don't really have that many hours. I have about... I don't even know how many hours I actually have just playing the game for my own enjoyment. It's probably less than 500. Most of it's making videos, in all honesty. Would I have played it that much if I didn't make videos on it? Definitely not. I play too many games. Just discovered the videos like 1 or 2 days ago. Now I'm watching the live stream. Well, there you go. Welcome, Matt Celery. Welcome to the world. Show us the power of the Tuskor Chariot against cavalry. I'm sure that'll be addressed. Didn't Turin do a video or something? I'm obviously a little bit out of the loop. Haven't really looked at anything for 5 days. But we can try them out. I don't know what you want. Kazrak on Tuskor? I'm sure it'll be patched out though if it's OP. I don't know. How do you want them tested exactly? What do you want them pitted against? How does the Brave Shaman Lord compare to the Brain Shaman hero. It's probably the same. They're both just squishy casters. Yeah, it's literally exactly the same. You can see nothing's changing. Lord, hero, Lord, hero. It's only the leadership. Oh, that was global. They're just squishy wizards. Not meant to be any good in melee. Put them against anything. Okay. How about some spear riders? Couple of fucking spear riders, mate. Come on. Try this. Any new mounts? Only the Tuskor chariots, I think. Kazarak has one. Beast Lord has one. Morgor still on foot. Malgor can fly, of course. Right, we've got a Kazarak chariot, which I assume is better than the Brave Shaman one. Yeah, it does more damage. I mean, I'm not really going to escape these, so I don't know how well this is going to go. I mean, they're getting fucking mangled so far. Kazarak's getting beaten the shit out of. He's doing some fair damage, though. Am I supposed to get him out as well? Do you want me to try and actually chariot him? I feel like that's going to do more damage than good, though. Now he's got to try and escape. They're not going to pursue me, though, so that kind of works. Get out of there, lad. Fucking struth. Right, he's not escaping. Just attack. This boy's back in. This one's been done. He did a fair bit of damage to him. This is just the wizard one in melee as well. That's 1,000 damage. I guess that's good. And they're not beating them up, but they are doing a lot of damage. 800 damage. Fairly quick 800 damage. So, yeah, that could be... against infantry, you'd probably be pretty horrible. I don't know. Not sure it's OP, though. Don't know. I think you mentioned Chariot Mass has been fixed. It pretty much just looks like how Chariots used to look. Like Chariots charging through a unit and coming out the other side. You can see it in the video where I spoke about Chariots. The 5 changes or whatever it's called. Celerich with the $5. Oh hell, you read my message. At least I can do is donate. Thank you for the videos and stream. Go boys. I kind of took that as like you were stuttering on saying goat. Goat boys. Rather than go goat boys. Goat boys. What corruption do you dislike the most? Elf corruption. When they make people think elves are good. I know the Gorgon is anti-large, and the Giant isn't, but how does the two match up? Giant dies, I'm pretty sure. We can do it, though. We'll do it. See what he can do. Gorgon versus Slaughterhorn Tribe Giant, just because he'll be red. Although the Lord might get involved. Pig chariots and boar chariots got adjusted, apparently. I'm not sure about all. Maybe we'll try out some other chariots and see how they compare. Go. Is he red? I think they toned down the redness a little bit. No, he just looks a bit like he's been in the sun too long. Sunburned giant, they should call him. Go on, son. The Lord is getting involved, so not really a fair test, but I suppose we could try and distract him a little bit. Come here, you. Oh, he's being staggered. He's being staggered by this boy. Come on, Lord, come over here. No, he wants to kill my Gorgon. If I can knock him over and knock him out of the way. Get him, lad. Knock him down a peg or two. There we go. So Gorgon taking a bit of a pounding, but Not really a fair fight. He's knocked the giant down though. That damn beast lord. Yeah, I mean this is just a very ski-whiffy test. It's hard when the AI has a lord. Let's just try. Let's try a high elf chariot. Let's try some Alith Anar chariots. Charging through something of relative mass. Maybe some orc boys. A little bit chunky. Let's just charge around in a couple of units of orc boys and see how it looks. Compared to maybe a Beastmen chariot. Yeah, you're welcome to make requests. Throw anything you want to see at me and we'll try and figure it out. But do maybe wait till I ask, otherwise it'll probably get missed. Fermented fungi, pointless. Well, they went straight through pretty well. Do they do that? Maybe someone in the current build can try that out. Alith Anar chariot versus orc boys. Tell me if it's this smooth. Because that looks pretty good as chariots go. Chung 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 chung. Ooh, a little bit slower there. I don't know, maybe this is just a strong chariot. Very often before, chariots would just kind of get stuck quite quickly. Whereas they seem to be going through kind of okay here. Not so good there. Maybe they need more of a run up. Go on, lads. Go on, lads. Get out, get out, get out, lad. Free yourself. There's only one orc in the way. Jesus, he's not that heavy. Okay, let's try a couple more charges with a nice run up. Here we go. Ooh, can we get through the unit? Nice, yeah. Yeah, I reckon so. Let's try and hit these one more time. Stuck in the wheels. No orcs in there. Straight through 118. Pretty good. Yeah, not too bad. Maybe they have changed all chariots a little. I don't know. Do you know any Dark Elf buffs? Apparently there are many. I don't know. I'd have to have a look at the patch notes, but I'm not sure if I'm supposed to talk about them yet. I don't know. I'll have to ask. Okay, yeah, so Chariot's looking okay, maybe, across the board. Just catch up on the questions. Can Nakai make any new units or heroes, or is he even more left behind now? I'm not sure what you mean by make any new units. Do you mean can he make them good? Can he provide any kind of service to them? I don't think he's been changed too much, poor old Nakai. I don't know if his abilities have been slightly altered at all. I think you should take the rampage off that. I think he maybe needs like a bonus versus infantry or something, although he's already got 60 melee attack. But yeah, he's one of those lords that doesn't really get a lot of love, unfortunately. Hey, can chameleon stalkers kill monsters? I doubt it. Chameleon stalkers, I don't know. I'll show you what they do if you haven't seen already. They're basically just regular skinks with bombs and chameleon. Use them on orc boys, I suppose. Show me all the biggies. Who does Taurox lose to? We can try that out. So yeah, they're basically, as you can see, they only have 2 ammo, so they don't have a great deal of ammo. I might need to blow the UI up again so you can see stuff. Let me know if you can't see it very well. So they come in, and they have their little bombs. There we go. Knocks a few down. But they can use these while they run away, so they don't have to charge straight in. See, they can skirmish and use them. This one is charged straight in. That one's used up all its ammo now. And so this one as well, when you disengage, you can use it as well. See, this one's still got some ammo. So they'll use it as they disengage, which is pretty cool. But they do only have 2 ammo, so it doesn't last very long. So yeah, they can do some nice disruption. They can be a nasty little surprise because they have stalk. But they're not a super strong unit by any means. They're kind of just like dwarf miners, but not as good in melee, but they are invisible. Oh, so many questions. Okay, let me try to catch up a bit. Let's try to speed run these requests. Where am I? Whose footprints are these? Give me somebody to test. Fuck it, I'm going to lose the chat. Let me just... I'm going to ask, and then I'm going to even more stuff fall behind in the chat. Who am I looking for? Big boy. He's not in the lizard men. Okay, we'll bring all this stuff. I think there's only one test you really need to do. And that's the big man. Big Daddy Grimgor. Can he beat Grimgor? This is the only test you need. This will tell you whether he's worth anything. Alright. Papa Taurox versus Granddaddy Grimgor. He's a big lad. Going in for the charge. Giving him the horns. Just pop these abilities, I suppose. Oh, Grimgor is laying into him. Don't know if he is using his abilities. Brass body's going. That's helping him. Don't think he quite has the damage output that Grimgor does. 675 damage. He's doing some decent damage. Might be closing the gap. Maybe he can do it. Do you think Chameleon stalkers will have any impact on the meta? Not hugely. They're a nice accent to an army, but only having 2 ammo means they're just going to kind of be good for doing a sprinkler damage. But hardly a game changer, I guess. Cannot beat Grimgor though, by the looks of it. Grimgor is still the best. Oh, still the best. Ain't no brass body gonna beat Grimboy. Although, you know, he's hanging on. He's not dying, we'll give him that. Down he goes. No good. So, not quite able to top Grimgor, but you know, he's the best, so what do you expect? Okay. Can you check if Archon's Chariot is finally fixed? What was wrong with Archon's Chariot? When can we play the new DLC? 4 days. 14th. Do you think they'll fix single unit targeting at all in the future? Not entirely sure what you mean. What is the issue there? 2 Tuskor Chariots versus Kolek. Could be interesting. I mean, Taurox will win. Although I'm curious now. I mean, Taurox should win in a competition versus a Doom Ball. Let's find out. Oh, that's my army. My man. I'm taking double Taurox. We don't want double Taurox. Will we be doing any new campaign guides for one of the 3 new legendary lords? I did do one. I have done one. I haven't finished it yet, though. I was trying to do it before I went away, but ran out of time. But I thought it was fine to wait. So I might do one for Taurox. I haven't even played the Lizardmen campaigns yet, to be honest. Alright, big fella. Do some work. Oh, he's knocked him down. Big show of force. Who's better, Brass or Doom? Use the explosion, because why not? He is chopping that Doom boy down. I mean, he does fair damage, actually. Advantage Taurox. Yeah, he's going to beat him up, as you would expect. Down he goes. GG Doomball, GG. Let me catch up again. Oh, where they turn their back? Yeah, that is pretty stupid. I'm not really sure what the issue is with that, but... Did they change Frenzy? Don't know, did they? Find somebody with Frenzy now. Who's got Frenzy? Minotaurs? Can't even remember who's got Frenzy anymore. Savage Orc's got Frenzy. Is that different? You tell me. I can't remember. Third game release date speculation? September. As was apparently leaked on Epic a while ago. Who's better, Sneaky Boy? I'd say Oxyotl because he doesn't have to go anywhere near Snitch to kill him. Although I'm curious now, let's find out. So I'll play as Oxyotl so I stay away. Otherwise the AI might go into melee. Oxyotl versus the Death Master. Snitchy. Give him all his stuff. Let's have a look. Any information on how Grom got nerfed? Some of his abilities went down. Language of the Boys got its duration reduced. And there was a couple of other changes. I think Lotus Moon noticed them. I can't remember what they were. But yeah, he did get some stuff bringing him down a touch. Okay, so we can't see Snitchy, but he can't see us either. I'm going to use Master Predator while we try and track him down. Oh, we do have a magic missile as well. Here, Snitchy, Snitchy, Snitchy. Got to be out there somewhere. It's nowhere to be seen. Where's the boy? Where's he gone? Is he even here? Hmm. $15 base changed to 10. Yeah, I thought maybe that was what was changed. So yeah, a few abilities getting knocked down a Snitch. Knocked down a Snitch, just because I read Lycus' comment as I said that. Knocked down a smidge. Maybe that's what I was going to say. I don't even know. Finding him is half the battle. Maybe I need to take this off so he can find me. Here I am. I do have Unspottable. I guess he does as well. Okay, this whoever suggested this duel, this is a terrible idea. The two goddamn lords who can't find each other. Alright, well I guess seeing as Snitch apparently hasn't even shown up to the fight, Oxyotl wins by default. Who knows where he is? Do you know if Tuskor Chariot mount is fixed? I don't. But if it's come across as OP, someone's pointed it out as OP, it'll probably be fixed before you get a hold of it. I'd imagine. Have you already tried out Dark Elf Chariots, the ones with raptors pulling up the horses? No. We can give them a little go, but... Cold one Chariot. Running through some... We'll do green boys again, as that's what we did earlier. Any info on if CA knows about Gorgon fall down syndrome? Good point, actually. I should probably bring that up. But I guess that's kind of normal for bipedal monsters. Like the giant falls down as well. I'm not sure it's quite as much as the Gorgon, but yeah, in my video he did fall down a hell of a lot. Oh, they got a bit stuck. A little bit stuck on the gold one Chariot. Let's try again. Two of them went okay, but one got a bit stuck. Charge! That was okay, I guess. Let's put them in melee. Get out of there, let's get out of there. And that wasn't too bad. They were quite deep then, so natural that they would get stuck. One more. Straight through there, that was okay. Let's just roll over Grimgor, see if we can take this boy. Come here, you. They get a little bit stuck, not too bad though. What graphics card are you using? 1080 Ti. Trying to get a hold of a 3080 though. I'm debating just buying a pre-built PC or getting ripped off on eBay. One of the two. I'm pretty sure Oxyotl would beat Snitch pretty easily. Because does a lot of weapon damage. Armor piercing, 534 damage. Poison as well. Snitch is never going to get hold of him. And Snitch only has, what, 15 armor? 30 armor. So he's just going to get shot up. And there's going to be nothing he can do. So yeah, I think Oxyotl takes it every day. Wargors on Tuskor Chariot beats Kolek in a duel. Let's find out if that's true. What do you want, Bray Shaman? Who did you say? Oh, Wargor. Wargor on Tuskor beats Kolek, Eater of Suns in a duel. Let's get you on a chariot just so you can stay out of the way. Here we go. Did Sol re-ask that question, or is that the same one I answered earlier? Okay, Wargor, go! Can he really take down Kolek? He just completely ignored him. Didn't really do a lot there. Deadly Onslaught, probably should have done that before. He's got a 40 charge bonus from that. We'll run away in a sec, give him a little go. Yeah, I don't think this boy's beating Kolek by any stretch of the imagination. Whoever told you that is telling you fucking lies. Let me try it again, use the ability better. Can Marcus Wolfheart beat Oxyotl? I doubt it. Mostly because he won't be able to see him. Because he has snipe. Okay, same again. I'll pop Deadly Onslaught just before so he gets the bonus to the charge bonus. 2 Wargors. Well, I mean, yeah, that's kind of a given that they would win that. It's more money, isn't it? Well, one's doing much better, though. How much does Golak cost? 2,500. Two of those is not far off the same price. But the question is, okay, let's try this. We'll do this with Tuskors, and then we'll try it with Razorgors and see what the difference is. Because in theory, Razorgors should be better at it, right? Opinion on new unit cards. Some of them look much better. Some of them look a bit weird. See, the smart thing here would be to pull one round the back of him, really. Oh, done the dirty on him there. He's not hitting the second one at all there. There was like 3 or 4 strikes he completely missed. I mean, he should be beating him. For some reason, he's just stopped damaging him. That was kind of weird. Come here, you. I think if one had come behind him from the start, it would have been much better. Let's try it with Razorgors. So, no abilities. Let's bring one around the flank. Oh, did I charge that one? I think I forgot to charge that one. Try again. Get him. Yeah, I mean, really though? Alright, let's try it again. So I missed the charge on the first one, I think. This is Razorgors, though. These are the better Chariot than the Tuskors. Okay, charge. One's going to come around the flank and charge. No abilities on a Tuskor. Get a little flanky. Douche. Not beating Kolek so far. He can't decide who to punch. He keeps missing this somehow. It's like there's a hit detection issue. Yeah, so I mean, Razorgors do that as well. Let's try it again with Tuskors and do the same thing. Tuskor. We'll try and do it exactly the same. I answered your question the first time you asked it, Sol, I think. Am I doing any campaign guides? I said, yeah, I've done one already. I've done Taurox. I've got the footage for Taurox, but I haven't made it into a video yet. Because I just didn't have the time before holiday. Okay, let's try this again. Same approach. Oh, no, he's messing us up. Okay, he's fucked that one up. He decided suddenly to attack the other one. I want to try make it play out exactly the same as the other one. So it's at least somewhat of a fair test. That one's routed. Didn't beat him then. I don't know. That's a wrestle. I don't know. Doesn't really seem OP. I mean, you put 2 Tuskor Chariots against many lords, I'm sure they'll win. Like, it's not like Kolek is a defining superior lord to beat. I don't know. Doesn't seem that bad. Need to test them more. Archon on Chariot would not attack entities in front of him. So what do you want? How do you want me to test him? against another single large entity, or a single entity in front of him. Kolek had about half his health left from that fight. Are the Slaughterhorn Tribe Minotaurs the same model as Cornitaurs in Warhammer 3? Don't know. I'd assume not, but I don't know. Did Skaven get nerfed? I think there was something, wasn't there? I'm not sure if anything's considered OP in the Skaven now, is it? I don't know. I'm a little out of the loop. Brass Bull versus Saurus. Bit of a random test. You should see how much damage Chameleon Stalkers do to Kolek with just the blow darts. Not a lot, I'd wager. I don't think they have armor piercing, do they? I don't remember. No. It's not armor piercing, so I very much doubt it would do a lot to Kolek. They're usually not good against single entities, like the blasting charges. Okay, we'll try Archon. Archon on... Did you say Chariot? Archon on his Chariot would not attack entities in front of him. Okay, how about against a Chaos Lord? On a horse. You rocking that beard, my man? Thank you, Severus. I've been rocking this beard for many years. It's been a long time. Or the beard is rocking me, one or the other. Okay, Archon Chariot. Hold on. Now, I'm not a big Tomb Kings player. And I don't play the Tomb Kings very often. But I'm pretty sure Archon does not have a levitating chariot. Am I wrong there? Is there something afoot? Pretty sure that's not correct. Is this... Is this normal? Is this okay? It looks like Archon still doesn't have a fucking clue what's happening. Well, he has done some damage. Is that really how it is? I can't tell if that's a joke or not, Will. Okay, it's actually bobbing up and down now. It looks a little more like it's meant to. But yeah, he still just seems to be watching. Chaos Lord just wailing on him. It looks like he did damage on the initial charge because Chaos Lord has taken some damage. That is actually how it is. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I mean, why bring the chariot? Why fucking bother? Just bring the horses. And some massive blade. If you can make stuff levitate, just make the whole thing made of blades. Why do you need the horses? Just have a massive moving blade. So yeah, Archon apparently is still shit. Done no damage to the Chaos Lord. Dratsos. Dratsos for poor Archon. I wish I was joking. Are the Chameleon Stalkers like Outriders with grenade launchers? Not quite, because they only have 2 ammo. So it doesn't last very long. They're more like miners with blasting charges. But not very tough. But they do have 360 firing. So, advantage. We tested how pump wagons perform yet? We haven't. But we've done a few chariot tests. Okay, any more questions? I may have missed some from past questions. Do you think any of the new Total War Warhammer 3 Lords will be able to beat Kolek? Yes. Which ones? Don't know, but I'm sure they will. Have you compared Minotaurs and Ogres in terms of stats? So I'm not sure there's too much to talk about there. Don't know what you want from that though. Maybe you could see Minotaur Great Weapons, the anti-large ones with the anti-large man-eaters. There's the stat comparison. Minotaurs. A little bit less speed. Oh no. Ogres with less speed, sorry. A lot more health. Both good. That's okay, so. I don't know. Do you ever think CA will fix Nakai and make him viable? I mean, it's not that he's not viable. It's just that there are better options and people often prefer to take better options. Like, if you brought a plan, if you make use of this, Golden Tributes, Perfect Vigor, I'm sure somebody could make a build that'll do something good with that. Right, having units that just never get tired is incredibly powerful. So if you had a couple of units that go around with Nakai, well, that could actually be more powerful than maybe people realize. His other abilities are the problem. Miasma's quite good. I mean, Miasma's pretty good when you against a low leadership faction, when you consider that he's going to give -8 leadership from this ability, and then also -8 from fear as well. That's going to put a lot of Beastmen or Greenskins or Skaven running away pretty quick. So he pretty much runs around with a -16 leadership penalty against his enemies, which is pretty huge. So there's probably places for him, but just nobody brings him. Because everyone wants the caster lords nowadays for the Lizardmen. Mazdamundi, Life Wizard. That's it. That's what you mostly see. But perhaps with the Skink Oracle now, maybe people will look to use the other lords a little bit, perhaps. So I don't think they think Nakai is necessarily bad. It's just... yeah, I think people are just sunk into the more meta options, maybe. I don't know. I'd have to try them out. Maybe that's what I'll do. Jabba's Light, please. With Ungor Herd. What do you mean? Please try out Oxyotl versus Alith Anar. Okay. We can try some of these. I feel like Oxyotl will take it. We'll just give him all his abilities. I suppose those abilities hit pretty hard. Maybe they'll save him. Should the ogres be faster or slower? Neither. It's cool that they're quite fast, but they're not quite heavy cavalry fast. Then they would be too fast, I'd say. Although it doesn't really make a great deal of sense for them to be so fast. Okay, so I'm going to go give myself unspottable and snipe, but slow myself down. And Alith Anar is not going to have a clue, mate. Not going to have a freaking clue, mate. We're not hitting him very well, though. Get a little closer, shall we? He's running. He's running looking for me. We're damaging him. Yeah, there's pretty much nothing he can do. He can't find me. Oh, hello. Yes, unspottable, I think, gives you 20 spot range. 20 meter spot range, so you'd have to be like, I don't know, like here to be able to see him. If that, probably less. Maybe like that. You'd have to get this close to him to actually be able to find the little bastard. So, not a chance for most people. Not a chance. Do you like caps? Absolutely. Absolutely. Does the Ark of Sotek have the poison? Sotek poison in multiplayer? What do you mean the Sotek poison? Can't even find it. Ark of Sotek. Sotek's poison. Is that a new ability? Not seen that one. Since Malagor flies, will Sartherial the Everwatcher fly? He'll just be deleted when Warhammer 3 comes out. It's a good question. He probably should fly. If he flies in the lore, then yeah, he should fly. And I don't know why they wouldn't make him fly. To be honest, with the Tzeentch faction coming along, Surely there's going to be other models that look like him that do fly. So I'd wager there's a good chance that he will take to the air. If he does in the lore anyway. I'm not sure if he's grounded for some reason like, what's his face? Scarbrand. Yeah, so what's this, what's all this Sotek poison then? Damage over time. Oh, okay. So it's like an actual poison how it works in most games. It actually kills things over time rather than just debuffing their stats. But he still has the regular poison as well on his missile anyway. That's pretty cool. What does he have to... Oh, it's a 28-second vortex, so it's not constant. Okay, so he only has that as an ability. Good to know. How's Morgul these days after the rework? I don't think Morgul's changed too much, to be honest. There's his stats. I don't know if you can tell me if they've changed. I don't think they have really. His abilities, I believe, are still the same. Still got Chaos Spawn, turn enemies into Chaos Spawn, Foe Seeker, Call of Violence, and Spawn Chaos Spawn. So yeah, pretty much the same, I believe. Have I missed Taurox versus Treacherous Intel? No, you have not. But you can usually tell a lot of Lord matchups who will win by the cost. And as I think Tretch is not that expensive. 1200. Very unlikely to beat 2100. So I'd say no. Someone asked about the melee attack. Is it low? I think you have to compare him to other heavy melee lords. So let's say let's look at maybe Nakai. So Nakai has 60. Kind of similar, right? Large foot melee lord. Who else? Kolek, I guess. Kolek has 66. So kind of looking quite low at the moment. Durthu, 63. Throg, 60. So yeah, 53 maybe is a little bit low for Taurox. Sure, like Throttle on this maybe. That's 48, but then he's on a Brood Horror. So yeah, maybe that is a little low. What is the Jabba Slide like against elite infantry? Let's find out. We haven't seen any Jabba stuff yet. Which elite infantry would you like me to kill, Willow? Did you want the raw version or the regular? We'll try both. Fuck it. We can get the matchups. Taurox all about the charge. Yeah, that could be the case. Does have a 54 charge. But then what do the others have? Kolek has 52. Durthu probably doesn't have a lot. Even Durthu has 40. Throg has 50, so that's quite standard. I guess maybe it's... He does have Blood Greed and stuff as well. That gives +5 melee attack. So that's more than you maybe realise. Here as well, the Slaughterer's Call. He gets that when he's in melee. So really he probably has like 60 plus, 60, 70 melee attack from these two abilities. That one's active when he's in melee. And that one's active when he's in melee as well, actually. So yeah, he does really have more. And if they gave him 60, he'd probably be OP. So yeah, maybe it's not as bad as it first seems. Black Orcs. Okay. Let's do 3 units of Black Orcs. Actually, we got 2 of them, haven't we? Let's try 2 each then. See if we can get him to fight that. Put him on a boar so he can maybe distract the Lord. Oh no, wait. That's their Lord. Don't want to give him the Lord. I thought I was the Greenskins. Too used to it. Okay. We'll try and get 2 separate matchups with the regular Jabba Slide and the raw one. Go Jabba boys. Jabba lady. Is that one bigger actually? I feel like the Brood Mother looks bigger. Maybe not. Alright, get stuck in, love. Dunk. Okay, that one's fighting the Lord as well, so that's going to be a little harder, but... So we can draw this one into a fight. Come here, you. Okay, so this one's fighting 3 units, including the Lord. Taking a bit of damage. Got the armor sundering on this one as well, actually. The normal one doesn't have that. Has the poison. Oh, some of them are breaking off to get the Lord. Let's bring him over. See how much damage value they get. There we go. Just fight the Lord. Who can get the most value? The raw one's taking a bit more damage, but I think it's been in combat longer. Let's put you way out of the way. Brood Mother going down. So perhaps not fantastic against the elite infantry. A little bit too surrounded, as is common with single large monsters. Let's have a look. 1,000 damage value, 1,400 damage value. So not really worth it for what you're paying for them. Not good to be surrounded by the big boys. Probably best to cycle charge them. They only have a 30 charge bonus. And their animations and attacks send them flying off all over the place, so they don't kind of stay surrounded too much. But yeah. But why we didn't receive any kind of legendary hero? Is there not going to be any at all? Not to my knowledge. Not sure who. I mean, you got the Skink Oracle. He's maybe not legendary, but he's pretty good. And obviously you got the dwarf stuff. How is damage value calculated? Not sure. It's done in it's basically like multiplayer cost. So it's like if you had a unit like Saurus, they cost 800. So in theory, if you completely wipe out that unit, you'll have done 800 damage value. Or if you took half of their health, that would be 400 damage value. That's the rough idea, I think, but I don't really know for sure. Maybe I should look into that. So when they smashed up Black Orcs, they smashed up 1,000 cost worth of Black Orc health, which is pretty much 1 unit of Black Orcs. Could you please test the Ark of Sotek? Okay. Not sure in what fashion, but we can give it a try. It is a unit that never really ever got used in multiplayer. Let's try it against some mid-range kind of infantry. How about some Tomb Guard? Let's see how well it takes down Tomb Guard. 1 unit of Tomb Guard. Try and distract the Lord. Is the Tuskor Chariot still OP bugged? Don't know. We tried it against Kolek. Didn't really see reliably. So it depends. There's a lot of things. I haven't watched Turin's video, so I don't know if he just does it the once, or does he run the test of Tuskors against Kolek and stuff over and over again? Because in all my testing I've done for this game and videos and stuff, like one test is never enough. Because you can get a result that's completely ridiculous one time, but then if you do it 3 more times, you'll probably get a completely different result. Okay, so he's charging in. We'll use his little vortex. Boom. So this poisons them over time. Probably not as effective against one unit as it would be against a big blob. But he's doing some fair damage. 200 value. Which is the worst race in PvP? Elves. Elves are always the worst, because elves suck. Only joking. Yeah, it's hard to say now. Beastmen would have been probably the choice to say, oh, they're the worst for multiplayer. But with their rework, we'll see how they perform. Once people get a hold of them, once they've been played a little bit, what people could do with them, with the new units. And then we'll know. Another one is the Dwarfs. The Dwarfs were probably at the bottom of the multiplayer list for a while. Maybe not at the bottom, but near there. But they've obviously had their rework, so we'll have to see how those do. So yeah, it's hard to say. We'll try this vortex one more time. We'll try and see how much additional damage it does. Is it 442 now? We'll drop the old poison, Sotek's poison again. Okay, here we go. Damage value currently 470. Going up, going up. Fairly quickly, I think. 470. Stopping at... The image is quite cool, actually. You see all the snakes on the floor? A little animation. About 670. So added a couple of hundred damage from that poison, and that's just one unit. If there was 3 or 4 units crowded around this thing, I think that would be pretty horrible. In fact, I want to try it. Let's try it on some really expensive shit and see if it ruins their life. Let's try some... Who's expensive? Let's just try some Chosen, shall we? Diving into a handful of Chosen. On his lonesome. Actually, if we bring an invisible lord, they won't be able to chase him. Let's try this. Do YouTube knows if Warhammer 3 is going to touch diplomatic aspect of the game? Good question. I don't know. I wouldn't think it'll change greatly, just because they have to implement what they've already got in 1 and 2, but they might bring some Three Kingdoms systems in. So we'll see. Okay, let's try this with everything gathered round. Let's see how much damage value we can get out of this ability. Gather round, please. Gather round. Okay. Here we go. Sotek's poison. Currently at 59 damage value. Bring it off. Here we go. Poison's going. Damage value 200. 300. Bear in mind this is expensive Chosen we're doing this to. 400. 500. 600. 700. 800. 900. Can we get 1,000? We've got 1,000. Bear in mind this is with his melee attacks as well. I'm not even sure if that... I think the ability finished a while ago. How long was the duration? 28 seconds, so that's pretty big actually. So that's some fucking value. If I didn't leave it there to get killed by the Chosen. Just from that little Sotek's poison alone, we got about 1,000 damage. And yeah, it doesn't even cost that much. Paid for itself. And it's still going. And obviously, I don't even think I have to leave it there. Let me try it. I think it just stays wherever you put the poison. So if these units are fighting somebody else, I can just run along, drop the poison on them. And then get out of there. Don't rout. Don't you rout. Don't you rout on me, boy. Okay, let's try it. Drop the poison. And then get out of there. Get out of there. Okay, he's routing away. But yeah, it stays on the section you do it. So that's pretty strong. That could be interesting. That could certainly be interesting. I'm sure that could... I mean, that's great for taking out elite troops. At least wearing them down a significant amount. Obviously, you can charge it into them as well. Bit of extra damage. Pretty good. What is your favourite dedicated chaos faction? Don't know yet. We'll see with Warhammer 3. Probably Khorne, though. Probably a Khorne man. HE are weaker than Beastmen without DLC. I think that's probably a disagree. They got a lot more tools than Beastmen do. Has a revivification crystal received any changes? You tell me. There it is. Still heals. Restores up to 624. Beastmen, Lizardmen players can tell me whether that's the normal amount. I don't know. 26 duration, 7 uses. The laser beam is better? Surely they didn't. They nerfed the goddamn laser beam. Oh, they made the Bastiladon more expensive, I think. I think he's 100 more expensive. Probably good for the late game blobs. Any game blobs, really. But yeah, the late game, it could probably bring those leadership penalties. Do Beastmen have any ranged other... Apart from I've got archers and the Cygor for siege. You've got the throwing axes, of course. And now the new Regiment of Renown throwing axes, who are pretty good. They have poison, they have regeneration, perfect vigor still. So yeah, those should be pretty nice. Disagree if I want. Well, if you look at the stats from like I'm sure if you look at the stats from the WWC, let's have a quick look. I might be wrong by all means, but I'm sure the stats show that Beastmen barely got played. Popularity of faction picks. Actually, High Elves was nearly as bad as Beastmen, to be fair. Yeah, High Elves are just really expensive. I'm not sure what the win rates. Do we have win rates? Just looking at all the graphs on the WWC Championship thing. But yeah, I know I'm not going to say that High Elves are strong by any means, but I think they have a lot more tools than most factions. Wargor on Tuskor versus Necrosphinx. We already did a little bit of that at the start. Can Taurox 1v1 a Carnosaur? Probably. Although he's not anti-large, so maybe not. Maybe not. Can you set up some Ironbreakers and Trollhammer torpedoes behind, see how well new Beastmen chariots go through the Ironbreakers and how much damage they inflict on Trollhammers? I can't really set that up quite so cleanly because... Well, I don't know whether to give the AI the chariots. We'll try it. We'll give the AI Kazarek chariot, shall we? But obviously I can't really guarantee how they'll charge it and use it. Yeah, it's kind of an awkward one to do, actually. I'm not sure I can really do it. Because if I control the Beastmen and control the chariot, then the Dwarfs will probably set up side by side. Thus, I won't be able to do what you're trying to actually see. Can you please test the man-eaters against your picks for the best monstrous... Okay. Let's try some man-eaters. Dwarf man-eaters, no less. Man-eaters versus... Actually, let's do it with an invisible lord. We'll do it with Lizardmen and Oxyotl. So, 1400 man-eaters. Oh, I got the test. I got the test. How well do they do against... Fuck it. Summoners of Rage. Let's go big. Actually, I need to tie up their lord. Let's bring Tic-Tac-Toe just to annoy their lord. See if we can get a one-on-one. Can Taurox beat the best Black Orc? He couldn't beat Grimgor. but he probably would be the hero. Right, Man-Eaters versus Summoners of Rage. They're probably going to lose, but we'll see what they can do to the Summoners of Rage. This is like the hardest test of all first. We've got to try and distract the stupid Lord as well. Stupid Lord. Come here, you. Done a little bit of damage. Tic-tac-toe. Getting involved a little bit, though. Oh, they're beating them down, actually. No, they weren't able to beat them, but they did some good work. Got them down to about half health. Not bad, not bad. But that is, of course, the hardest test. Let's try someone a little bit more in their price range. How about... don't know. Stand your ground, not fair test? None of them are fair tests anyway. They were never going to beat them. They did pretty well, though. Even if they did have fighting someone with stand your ground. They still wouldn't have beaten them, but... I'm not sure whether a monstrous infantry to compare them with. Stone trolls, so yeah, that's good, cool. The big boys. I mean, they should beat stone trolls. They cost a fair bit more. Trying to take the Lord abilities off. So I keep forgetting to do. Familiar with great weapons. Could try those. Can't get rid of their damn lords. They beat up stone trolls though, pretty well. Even with the lord. Still got half the health. But that was to be expected. They do cost a bit more. We'll try something that costs a similar amount. Let's try those Fimir as somebody suggested. Fimir great weapons. About the same price. They should do it. Let's bring somebody who can engage their lord a little better. Maybe just a skink. Can you try Oxyotl versus Phoenix? Sure. Maybe test the Troglodon against some anti-large monsters. I already did that in a video where it was not good for the Troglodon. Unless it skirmished. They're 50 more expensive, the Fimir, but it's not much. Distracted the Lord for the most part. These Man-Eaters are doing some work though. Got them down to half health already. Those Man-Eaters beat the shit out of them. Still got half the health. I don't think it would go that badly for the Fimir. Maybe the Lord, my Lord got involved a little bit, but I don't think it was that much. Crikers. Let's try this. One more. One more. Oh. The obvious choice. Minotaurs. With great weapons. They cost a little bit less. But only a little. Fimir eaters. Alright. Man-Eaters versus Minotaurs with great weapons. Right, we've got the lords out of the way this time. No, come here. Come here. Don't be a dick. Oh, he's got the got a few buffs on him. If they still win, that'll be a little bit disturbing for the Man-Eaters. They're looking good. They're kind of close. I think the Man-Eaters will win this without those buffs. Though they kind of run away now. It's pretty even. But they had the Minotaurs had a few Lord buffs. So They probably would have lost that to the man-eaters. Yeah, that's enough of that anyway. Yeah, the armor sundering of the Fimir doesn't really help much against the man-eaters. They only have 40 armor anyway, so. Gorgons seem to have banana peels for shoes. Yep. You can test Mournfangs too? What do you want them tested against? Do you want them tested at their capacity of what they're supposed to do? Which is kill infantry, because they're not anti-large? Or do you want them to take on other cavalry? Dreadsaurian versus Raw Gorgon. Let's try that real quick. The Shredder of Lustria or just a regular Dreadsaurian? Just a regular one's probably more fair. $2,500 versus 3,100. Let's do it. Heavy Cav. Blood Knights. Right, we'll do some Cav tests in a minute. Try and get the Lord out of the way if we can. Lord's coming this way. Good lad, come fight me. Okay. So the Behemoth does more damage, has scaling damage, so it'll do more damage. Actually, the ranged attack is going on my Lord, so on their Lord, so it's kind of saving the Gorgon from that a little bit. But yeah, he has scaling damage, so the more health the Dreadsaurian loses, the more damage he'll do. But at the moment, he is getting pounded. Maybe it'll turn around. I've beaten up the Beastmen Lord for now. Let him run away. So, looking good for the Gorgon. Oh, that was a big hit. 2,600 down to... Whoa, that was a 700 damage hit. 1,900 Dreadsaurian health down to... 1,200. Another 700 damage. Damn, that scaling damage does some work. Yeah, so as things start to die, he's taking a pounding, but he is going to beat the more expensive by about... What was it, 600? Dreadsaurian. Boy does not fuck around. He's fairly beaten up. He's only got 1,000 health left himself, although he is regenerating. Which of course he does when he's in melee. But yeah, oh, don't want to save that. There you go. Doesn't mess a goddamn round. Beats up a 600 more expensive unit. But of course, he is anti-large and the Dreadsaurian isn't anti-large. So there is that advantage. And while you do have to remember that the missile attack was kind of being wasted on the Beastmen Lord a little bit, that's kind of like realistic anyway, because if you are in a battle, there's going to be loads of other stuff around you that the Dreadsaurian might be shooting at. So that's kind of fine, I think. Was there anything else done to Salamanders and Raiders, excuse me, other than the price drops? You tell me. Here they are. Salamander Hunting Pack. Don't know if any stats have changed. You can tell me and have a look. How potent is Oxyotl at taking out enemy lords? Probably pretty horrible. I haven't really tried him too much in multiplayers yet. But we tried him against Alith Anar. And Alith Anar literally couldn't find him, so he just died. Interestingly, though, I just realised I don't think that Gorgon fell on the floor fighting that Dreadsaurian. Let's try it with a... Did he? I don't think he did. Let's try it with a normal one. And see if he falls on the floor. Maybe it's just a normal one issue. Just crossed my mind. Did a few times, did it? I missed that. I'm fast forwarding. I probably missed it. Let's see if this one does any better, though. Out of interest. Somebody asked how I set up who's the best stuff. I just have help. What's the radar so small? Did I miss that? No. Okay, go. He's not even looking at me. Didn't even charge me. And he falls straight down. Oh, he's going to kill the Lord as well. Okay, good. That's actually good. That's helped us out. Right, get him. Don't worry about the Lord. Fight the Gorgon. He's fallen down once. Still on his feet. Okay, not too bad actually. Yeah, not a chance of beating it. Wait, did I put the Shredder of Lustre in there? Just the Shred Saw in. So yeah, that's mad how much different that was. He didn't charge him properly though. The stupid AI just walked into me rather than actually fighting me. So not really a fair test, but the money difference is quite vast between those two. 2,000. He cost 1,100 more. He's gonna win. And the Broodmother. Broodmother? No, that's the other one. The Behemoth. What's it called again? The Blood Brute. That's the one. Did you check Bastillodon Ark of Sotek? It got buffed? Well, yes, we did. We tried it against 3 units of Chosen, and it did 1,000 damage with 1 use of its new spell, which is a Vortex. I will show you here. There you go. Does Sotek's poison damage over time, like how poison works in most games? Okay, let's do some Quartal stuff. People keep asking for that. Quartal. We'll try the normal one first of all. If I can find it. There it is. Against a High Elf Phoenix. Get off. Arcane Phoenix. Try an Arcane Phoenix to start with, shall we? Hopefully they'll engage us. Have you seen any new quest battles? I haven't actually. I haven't tried them myself. Why skeletons can get poisoned? Good question. Why can skeletons also get tired from vigor? They don't even have lungs. What are you going to do? Okay, Majestic Snakebird, Pigeon Snake versus Colourful Pigeon. Getting in the charge. We're going to have a little sky battle. Who's the best pigeon? Doing right, actually. Just a little thingy down. No big deal. No bother. The Arcane Phoenix taking a pounding. Turn around. He's trying to get away. Oh, he's gone to ground. He's chickened out. Or pigeoned out. Seems like he's beating that pigeon up, though. Now it's a bit unfair because he's fighting the Lord, but I think the Oxyotl was winning that. Arcane Pigeon finishing off the Lord and the pigeon. The colourful pigeon. The high elf pigeon. The Arcane Pigeon. Do have his vortexes and stuff as well to use, but give me a U. Got him eventually with the help of the Lord. Do some Thorek testing. I'm not sure there's going to be too much to see with Thorek, because, you know, he's a Dwarf Foot Lord like any of the other Dwarf Foot Lords, so he's going to have a similar performance, really. He's just kind of like Ungrim without the anti-large. Sort of. But yeah, Dwarf Foot Lord, Dwarf Foot Lord. Should be pretty good. And of course the runes, though, is where he's going to shine. What does the Oxyotl eat? Baby elves. Well, the raw scale damage, like I said, that hits a lot harder. Yes. Jabberslythe versus something. We did Jabberslythe versus Black Orcs earlier. They didn't really do too well. Maybe they weren't blobbed up enough, but they were elite troops, so maybe that was the problem. What about the Dwarf Carnosaur? What about it? Well, yeah, Taurox can go on the anvil if he wants. But still, he's just a slow lord. Doesn't help his melee stats at all, really. Other than making him slightly tougher, gives him more health. Off of the anvil, he's at 4,000 health. Put him on the anvil, he gets 4,900. So that's the biggest change. Other than that, you can see just a little bit of bits here and there. Nothing too major. Although the biggest thing is the Anvil of Doom that comes with the anvil. It's basically a Dwarf War, so that's pretty good. Can you do Raw Carno versus Dragonoga Shoggoth? That I can do. So Giltbloom's Dada versus Big Shaggy. Where's the Big Shaggy gone? I think I may have forgot to take the buffs off, but oh well. I think the Dwarf Carnosaur is unbreakable. And maybe something else. Vanguard deployment maybe. Or was that this one? So yeah, this is the new painted by a 5-year-old Carnosaur. Going into it with the Shoggoth. Maybe this is the one that has Vanguard deployment. Oh, that lord got taken out. Nice. Has given stand or die to the Shoggoth. But he's not giving him too much help. Shoggoth, third of its health. Same for the Carnosaur. So, narrow loss for the Carnosaur. But of course, stand or die did help out the Shoggoth. Pretty close though. I'd say a fair trade there. They cost the same as well, 2,000 to 2,000, so it's what you'd expect really. We could test Taurox if you want, but just give me something specific to test. What is the strongest thing Taurox can kill in the game? Not sure. We tried him against Grimgor earlier where he got smashed, so not that. Is the new Dwarf Carno Ghost campaign or faction exclusive? Yeah, I think he's Expedition exclusive. Ironbrow's Expedition, the new Dwarf faction. There he is. Yoked Carnosaur. He is for this faction only though, so you have to play the sub-faction if you did want him. In a custom multiplayer battle or whatever. Taurox versus Sigval. How much magic resist and missile resist does the Quartal have? $25 and 15. So 25 missile, 15 magic. Pretty standard, I guess. Do you hate campaigns or play them once in a while? Usually once in a while. I did think about starting a Beastmen one for this, and I could still do on this stream. Depends what people want to see. People want to see a Beastmen rework campaign, I could do a little bit of that. Or could do a little bit of that. Doomrune versus War. I don't really know if I can set that up well. But we can try something like that. Let's try a dwarf front line of... Okay, 4 units of dwarf warriors. I'm not going to be able to get the AI to do this very well, most probably, but... We'll go 4 units of orc boys, which would naturally probably beat up 4 units of dwarf warriors. But we'll take Taurox on his anvil with his runes. Well, let's see if we can buff them up to the point. Maybe we'll take Taurox armor as well, because that's 15 extra armor for them. Let's see if the dwarves can beat a greenskin front line with their basic infantry. One of their basic infantries. With a little bit of help from the Rune of Doom, and maybe another rune or two. But like I say, getting the greenskins to play ball We'll see if they attack us. 1v1v1v1v1. So we got this, the Rune of Doom, as you can see on the left. 24 melee attack. This is basically like a War. They have to wait for their War now, though. That's one thing about greenskins. I think their War has been slowed down, so they don't get it as quick. I think that's one thing we found out the other day. See, they're going to run around like idiots. Idiotas. Come on. Fight me. 1v1 me, bros. Why are they running? Why would they do this? There we go. Come on. Come on. Okay, so all of these, let's check first of all. So these should be getting... So 2 of these units have got Taurox armor, rune armor. It only goes wide enough to cover 2 units. Okay, and then we'll use, what else should we use? We could use the 40% damage resistance. It's only a single unit, isn't it? Extra armor, we could do that to 3 units. Or we could give weapon damage and armor sundering. That could be good on these little fellas. That's only a single unit spell as well, though, actually. Or the Rune of Speed, that can give the melee attack. Which is, again, that's kind of like Here We Go, almost. Right, we'll try Oath and Steel, I think. Let's just set up some charges. Charge, charge. Come at me, bros. Alright, you charge. Try and get the Dwarf War off. Here we go. 2 seconds. Boom, there's the Dwarf War. Let's give a little bit of this. So we're going to get 2 units. Now we'll do it to these 2. These 2 are looking good. Bit of extra armor for them. These buffs should be pretty hefty. Well, we can see how they perform actually without the buffs on this side. So, although the Lord is a little bit involved there. Let's try and get him in there. So they've run out of melee attack. Extra melee attack anyway. They've still got a little armor. Taurox getting into it with an Orc War Boss. Beating up the Orc boys pretty well over here. There's the Greenskins War coming off. Might be too little too late for them. Dwarfs went in over here though. Even against the Lord as well that was beating on them. So this Dwarf War... I don't know. Could be dangerous. These Dwarf Warriors though winning pretty decisively here. Still got half the health left. Beating away Orc boys. So yeah, the Anvil of Doom from Taurox Anvil. Pretty dangerous. Really going to be interesting to see how dwarfs change when people get to use them a lot in multiplayer. Did Greenskins get any changes in the patch? Yes. What they are, not sure. I do have the patch notes, but I'm not sure if I'm allowed to talk about them, so I just won't risk it. But anything we do notice, we are fine to talk about. Like Grom. Grom's been nerfed a little bit, his abilities. Language of the Boys, I think, was something like 30 seconds before. Now it's 16. Not sure about the other ones. But yeah, I think the patch notes are like 40 pages long, so there's a lot of changes. Buying with Games Planet, just follow the link, or do I need to create a code or something? Thank you, Sotek, first of all. But no, as long as you use one of my links, as long as it has the little my name at the end of the link, then you'll know it's going through my stuff, so then you're fine. Just do whatever. As long as you made it to the website from my link, it'll work. Thanks again. How is Malachor in melee now? Still, I mean, not fantastic. He still is a caster at the end of the day. He's very expensive now, actually. That's one of the first things I think you don't notice. Of course, you can take his spells off. So realistically, if I was going to use him in multiplayer, I'd keep Flock of Doom, keep Savage Dominion. That might be it. I'd lose Doom and Darkness and then one of these two. I'd probably lose Pendulum. And go for that, maybe. So you can get him down to 1700. Then he can still summon a Cygor twice. Flock of Doom. You could even lose Enfeeble and Foe, to be honest. You could probably just have those two. Just spam Flock of Doom. And then get your Cygors up. It's not bad. Not a bad combo. But yeah, he still only has 15 armor. And 45 melee defense. So not huge on the... And 65 leadership as well. So yeah, I'd say not so good in the melee still. Good for harassing some missiles and stuff now that he can fly. But I think you still have to be careful. It says decent melee combatant. I mean, he's not bad, but he doesn't have armor piercing, so you'd have to be careful there. Patch notes are posted? Not yet. A couple of days, I think. Can you confirm the leadership for Manticore leadership is the same across the board for races? Was it not before? 56 leadership for Beastmen. Green screen's not for Manticore? I'm sure we did. I'm sure we had a Manticore. $56 for Chaos. I don't even know else who has one. Norska? Norska Manticore? 56 for Norska. Seems like they're all the same. One big change we noticed the other day is that poison has been generally nerfed. Poison now does minus 15% of stuff rather than 20% as it did before. You can see at the bottom right. Does Drycha have one? Have one what? What are the most significant changes outside of the reworked updates factions? Probably things to a lot of the abilities, like Poison, coming down by 5%. What was the other one we looked at earlier that come down by 5%? So yeah, a few changes to kind of these faction-wide abilities. You want some Mournfangs? Alright, we did this on the last stream. I did one of these streams the other day. And we tested Mournfangs on there. But I'll give you one. I'll give you one. I'll give you some Norscan Mournfangs. Frenzy, that was the one. Yeah, Frenzy got adjusted. Does Marcus Wolfheart have a change? Dunno. I'll have a quick look. You tell me if his stats are changed, because I don't know without looking at the patch notes. He's got fleet-footed. Those are the same, I think. I don't know if those abilities have changed at all. Don't think so. Still got Amber Bow. There's all his stats. Have a look to your heart's content. I think one test we did was Ogre Boys versus Demigryphs. So these are Demigryph Knights. They're not anti-large. Here we go. They do a lot of damage on the charge, these big boys. But their leadership does let them down. So they are going to lose to Halberd Demigryph. Still got half of their health as well. But they did do a lot of damage. But they really need to cycle charge. They have 10 less melee attack than the Demigryphs. You've probably heard them. So yeah, they're not good against other... well, not good, but they're more of an infantry killer because they don't have a bonus versus large. So better off using these Mournfang Cav for flanking around and smashing infantry in the back. Thoughts on how ranged balance will be addressed in Warhammer 3? I really don't know, actually. I think you either just make missiles less strong, like you literally just put the damage numbers down, or you limit ammo, or you just shorten everybody's range. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Not sure what to expect there. You'd be interested to see how Chameleon Stalkers do at killing Grom. They won't. I'll show you, but I'm pretty sure I know how this will go. Their ranged attack isn't that strong, and they're otherwise just normal skinks in melee. I'll give you 3 units of them. Versus old Grommo. I think, anyway, I might be wrong, but I think their ranged attack will only really be good against infantry. Only because I see it like miners with blasting charges, but maybe I'm completely wrong. Let's find out. 3 units of these boys. Can they blow Grom to shit? Yeah, see, a lot of it just misses. And they did a tiny bit of damage. They could skirmish away to try and use their ammo again. Use your ammo, lads. Shoot him. Shoot him, lads. There's too many of them in the way now. Come on. Yeah, even in melee, even if you leave them in melee, they don't really do anything. Yeah, their stats, their melee attack just isn't very good. More than anything. So their damage output's going to be very slow. So yeah, more of an infantry killer. Just good for softening up that enemy front line before it hits you. That's what they can be good for. Did Tahanuan's blade change? Dunno. Have a look. 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 Does he have a blade? Did you mean blade or plaque? Did I read it as blade? No, it is blade. Plaque of Sotek. Oh, that blade. Blade of the Serpent's Tongue. So it has less poison damage or poison stat adjustments than it did before, because that's what's happened to poison in general. But you can tell me if that's any different. Make it so minimum damage isn't 1 to make armor more effective. Possibly. We'll have to see what they do. Multiplayer, I don't think Rage needs a nerf. I think just Skirmish needs a nerf, personally. If it were up to me, I'd say no more than 3 units of skirmishing units in any battle. Unit cap 3 for skirmishing units. That is, units that can shoot 360. Ones that have to run away and turn around and can only shoot in one direction, they're fine. Can you please check if artillery projectiles still go through trees for the first second? Seems like they don't. Don't know, that's kind of hard to check. Unless we can visibly see cannonballs bouncing off. But I haven't heard of that changing. I don't know why they changed that. It was a good change. Did dwarves have any dragons in lore? No good asking me that one. Yeah, explosions are just kind of fiery. Good against light infantry. Good for disrupting heavier troops. If you just want to kind of mess up their charge, then it's good. Welcome, Flappable. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. No, it's still bad. Drats. Dratsos, man. Anything else to see? Anything else to see? Sorry if I've missed any requests. Feel free to shout them again. Have you tried Mournfang yet? We just did one test, but I did that on my last stream if you really want to see that a little more. My last testing stream from the other day. We tested a bit of Mournfang on there. You might have to search through, but it's in there somewhere. Just look for the Mournfang images, visuals, whatever you want to call it. Do you have any idea what happened to Marcus during the end times? I don't know if you're asking me this, but I really don't know enough lore. If anyone knows these questions, feel free to answer. My lore knowledge is not up to par. Not totally up to date on the patch note changes. Are melee units buffed in any way, or is it still ranged king? I don't think anything's going to change that drastically in this game. Maybe in Warhammer 3 things will change somehow, but nothing drastic as far as I'm aware. If I use handgunners as a baseline, they still have 145 range and 19 missile strength, which is armor piercing, so nothing changed on the hood of it. Under the hood, though, who knows? First time I've seen you stream. That's because this is my first stream ever, obviously. Not really, I'm joking. What is the bonus versus large value of raw Gorgon? Gorgon, if you will. 30. Which is likely the same as his regular counterpart. Yes, both 30. Has Ikit been nerfed? You can tell me this one. There's Ikit. I don't know in what way you need nerfing, unless you mean in campaign. I'm not sure. Do you think Vermin Lord will get added in Warhammer 3? It's possible. I think they said they want to try and fill out as much of the Warhammer universe as they can in these games, so maybe. Are you allowed to play past turn 75? Good question, actually. I could show you one of my Beastmen campaigns that I've nearly finished, actually. Maybe we can have a little look at that. Let me just check my allowances. No, it's 75 turns. Oh no, wait. Oh no, I'm good now. I'm good. That was the last embargo. Yeah, so I can. League of Legends stream. I've never played League of Legends, so no, I don't have any intention. It's one of those games I probably would enjoy if I played it, but I'm so far behind because I've never played it. It feels like one of those games I'd have so much to learn to catch up. I just don't have the time. Which race has the most missing units so far? Again, I'm not sure because I don't know the old Warhammer lore enough, but I guess the vampire counts are probably missing a bunch, maybe. I mean, their roster's just a bit flat because you always see the same thing. It's pretty much just this. Oh, actually, not even that. It's just this. Bunch of these. Couple of these. One of those. Fucking him. And there you go. There's every vampire army you'll ever face. Pretty much that. They don't have enough units to really make their faction playable in any other manner. So they could do with some new stuff to jazz them up. We already did Taurox and Nakai duel. I didn't, but we can. Taurox couldn't beat Grimgor. Let's see if he can beat Nakai. Give him all his stuff. Go. Ever play Rainbow Six Siege? Yes. Played a fair bit on console. Got 70 hours or so on PC. Job it, big boy. Oh, he's been knocked over already. The guy not messing around. Doing a little dance on him. Go on, let's fight. Just look at each other. It's looking pretty good for the brass bull. Had his damage protection for now. As we can see, Nakai is losing quite badly. And indeed is going to lose. Poor old Nakai. Feels like a bit of an underperformance from Nakai. Taurox down to half health. But they cost not a great deal different. Taurox is definitely more expensive. 2,300 with the abilities to 2,100. That does seem like a pretty poor performance from Nakai. Don't know if he used all his abilities though, so maybe that hurt. Maybe if he used Primal Rot, I'm sure he would have used it when he charged him, but I don't know. Hard to test these when it's against the AI. Could you show the Gore War skill tree? Sure, we could do that in campaign a little bit. So we did Oxyotl versus Alith Anar earlier. And, well, let's just say Alith Anar got thoroughly dumped on. But people don't believe it. See if he can touch Marcus. But place your bets. Because, yeah, you'll see. So, Oxyotl has... Well, there's going to be another one where we can't even find the fucker. So, Oxyotl has Master Predator, which gives him Snipe and Unspottable, which means enemies won't be able to find him unless they're within 20 meters range, which is very close. So, they're pretty much just not going to see him. There he is. Okay, so we put that on. Boom. Now we get away from him. He won't be able to find us. And easy, Oxyotl win this. He took a bit of damage when he found him for a second, but now he just can't find him. He's got Snipe. He doesn't reveal himself. This little bastard is unfindable. And he is just putting Marcus in the bin every day of the week. And as he will every lord. He could probably beat every single lord in the game. This is probably now the strongest lord in the game, technically. Because no one will ever be able to find him or touch him. Because that Unspottable, that 20-meter range, is huge. Because no one can touch him. Like, give me anybody. Nobody... I guess large lords... I don't know, will large lords... Let's try it. Let's try Carl. I guess large... If you're playing against a human that knows roughly where he is, because you can still see the projectile. So if you're facing a human who knows roughly where he is, you'll probably be able to find him. And if you do hit him, he doesn't last long because he doesn't have a lot of health. But in the heat of a battle, he can just stay sneaky out the way. So he found us for a second. He's found us. We just need to escape him again. Come on, Poison. Yeah, okay. Doesn't work if they find you. So, okay, maybe not the best lord in the game. I've kind of forgot about large stuff that they'd actually be able to catch him. But in the heat of a battle, it'd be a lot harder to try and find him in that fashion with everything going on. So he could be really powerful. But yeah, if no foot lord is ever going to catch him. Flying lords will get him. I guess poison will slow some stuff down. He does have 54 speed himself. So like a horse hero or lord is only like 60. 78 for a lighter one. 66. So you'd probably be able to outrun those for the most part. And keep yourself hidden. You did mean an actual shootout? Well, that's not Oxyotl's thing. But I'm still pretty sure... I don't know. I feel like he'd win that. Let's find out. I came here for a fucking shootout with some men. And instead I found a lizard who doesn't show himself. That's what Marcus is saying. Alright. We'll give Marcus a chance. Because we know he's a bit rubbish. Can't even find a lizard. Supposed to be a hunter. Can't even find a goddamn lizard. Jeez. Oh, he's not letting him up. Shoot him? What are you doing? This is not what you're supposed to be doing, man. Or we could skirmish him. He seems to be a bit slow in his attacks. I mean, it was a shootout until Marcus ran over and punched him in the face, but... Oh, he's doing work, though. Even with that He is on skirmish. Oh, he's won! He narrowly won that, even though he got plastered. Go on, son. So yeah, might be the best at shootouts. Even when he does not do it very well. Taurox weapon. How does it work? Does he need to be in combat for 90 seconds? I'm not sure what the timer on it is. That's not Taurox. Yeah. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? There he is. Recharge if engaged in melee. Let's have a look. Not sure what the timer is. What is Oxy roll? Big monsters? Big monsters, characters. Snipe them down. Any single entity, really. He's going to be good at sniping. Oh, cheeky boy. So you need 90 seconds in melee for Rune Tortured Axes to recharge. I don't think Marcus Wolfheart is going to last 90 seconds in melee with Taurox. But by Jove, he'll have a go. Yeah, so once Taurox has been in melee for 90 seconds, did I say? He'll get the Rune Tortured Axes ability. I'm pretty sure Snitch will get crumped on. But if you want to see Snitch get crumped on, I'll give him all his abilities. I don't think much has changed with Bestigor actually, but thanks Celerich, thanks for watching. Thanks for the $5 also. See if Marcus, if Marcus skirmishes, he should be able to win. Oh no, it's not Marcus, we already did Marcus. Snitch. Come here, you little blighter. Yeah, he's just getting knocked on the floor every 2 seconds. Snitch got nothing. Didn't even mark the brass man. Even with a slightly messed up charge. Have you tested Taurox versus Grimgor? We have. Taurox got stopped. Because, you know, Grimgor the best. Can you how effective the Oxyotl is in combat? We did a test versus an Arcane Phoenix earlier, which it was mostly winning. It wasn't a very fair test because it kind of flew off. But seems like the Oxyotl beats the Arcane Phoenix at least. Which is pretty big. Bestigor are a lot better because they have to plan for more stuff. I don't know. I think they should have been given Vanguard deployment. They don't Vanguard deploy like most of the other infantry, which seems kind of dumb. What, these goats can't hide because they've got armor on? Or they can't get farther ahead because they've got, like, I don't know. Seems like they should have Vanguard deployment to keep up with the other infantry in that sense. Do Bestigors still do more damage to questing knights on the charge still? What do you mean? I'll try it out, but I'm not quite sure what you mean exactly. I mean, I'm pretty sure they damage anything on a charge. But if there is something specific I don't know about, do fill me in. Questing knights. Elite Halberds versus Jabberslythe. Well, they'll kill it, that's for sure. I don't think the Jabberslythe's great against elite stuff. Oh, of course you would AI, you'd be a fucking dick. Great charge, lads. Right, that kind of probably ruined that test. Bestigor. Doing alright against Questing Knights. So I suppose that's pretty big for them. They're able to beat the Questing Knights, who are, I think, more expensive. Bestigor, best anti-large unit. What do you know? Who knew, huh? Well, about the same, actually. Our Beastmen campaign going too fun to play? I'll show you my my nearly finished Beastmen rework campaign as Khazrak. But to answer the question, yes, it is fun to play. I've been enjoying it thoroughly. It's nice because you don't have to worry about looking after settlements or your kingdom. You literally just raise shit, smash shit up, and then bugger off somewhere else and do the same. So it's pretty fun. You don't have to worry about managing too much, which suits me anyway. But not everyone. A lot of people like that, so they might not find it so fun. But for me, it's good, yeah. Bestigors in tabletop steal enemy banners, but they lack any analog of that in Total War. But they should get buffs when they rout a unit. Okay, so this is my Beastmen campaign. We started down here as Khazrak. This is where Khazrak starts, as he always has, I think. I've made friends with these Skaven. We raised up down here. And my path through this has pretty much been coming up here, raising stuff. A few things have been reclaimed now, as you can see. I raised most of this at one point, took all this out. I think I came through here, actually. Did I come through? I think I came through Helmgart Way. Started to smash up the Empire, because part of the victory objectives is to kill off all the Empire factions, or most of them. So I came through here, wasted all this. You can see this is all just Chaos Wasteland. Came around here, did the same over here. Smashed all this up. This is all Wasteland now. This is all my beastie Wasteland. Now I've come back this way. And now I'm working my way to try and finish off Bretonnia. I've mostly got the Empire finished off. I'm going for just a short campaign. I've got to finish off Reichland and Cologne. Reichland only have a couple of places down here randomly. They've got like 2 places here. But I think we've got them at war with... yeah, they're at war with Clan Scryer, so I'm hoping Clan Scryer are going to sort them out. I gave them some money in the hope that they would sort them. So nearly got the Empire finished, and then I just need to finish off Cologne, which is just going to be taking out these settlements here. So maybe we'll play a few turns and see how far we can get. We can answer any campaign-related questions as we go. I've got a lot of armies. Got 5 armies. Battle of the 5 armies. Can you show the Bestigor campaign skills? What do you mean, like Khazrak's? I don't even know which army's which anymore. You mean like Khazrak's skills and stuff? There's Hordes of the Drakfold. That's melee attack charge bonus and missile strength. That buffs Bestigor though. I don't know how much of this has changed. I didn't really play Beastmen campaigns before. I meant Wargor. I think I have one somewhere. Why is this still here? Go away, overlays. Why is this? Isn't this a camp? Isn't this a? There we go. This beam a Wargor. I haven't upgraded his points for a while. Let's give him a Chariot. Let's give him Foe Seeker. I think I was mostly using him as a hero. No, I wasn't, because I haven't put the skill points there. I guess I used him in melee. Although I think I've got him as a hero now, so we'll put him back to that role. Give him a few points of that. Yeah, so he's got Forerunner. Gives Vanguard deployment. Vanguard deployment for Bestigor units. Okay, that's pretty cool. So they can have Vanguard deployment in campaign, the Bestigor, but shame it's not in multiplayer as well. Maybe he can, that would be cool. That'd be a good reason to bring him. Alpha Beast. Frenzy for Warhounds, Razorgore and Harpies. Fear and stuff. Let you have a little read of that if you wish. breakneck charioteers. I got deployment. Fear and terror. Instrument of chaos. Replenishment. Will of the dark gods. And nothing else new, I don't think. Okay, let's kill some Bretonnians. Woo! So I've got a ritual to do here. I've nearly got all my 500 points. My army's, what's this one? This one's a Chaos Spawn army for good old Morgor, because he loves a Chaos Spawn, this one. Pyrrhic victory. We'll stay there for a sec. I've got a small army for Taurox. I've only just recruited him. He's just got some raw units. This is Malagor's random army of leftovers. There's a big army here I should probably try to fight. This is the Doomball-led army with shit tons of Minotaurs and some Ogres. So Ogre Minotaur army, and then this one is Kazrak's army, which is fairly balanced. Infantry, lots of cav, a couple of missiles. I just went to war with these vampires, but I don't really need to be. So we'll roll on back. I think I came to take out some Bretonnian stuff here, but it's already gone, so... Are these vampires going to come at me? They might do, but I'm not worried. So to do this ritual, I can get a few more points from L'Anguille and Castle-Artois. Or maybe I was coming to raise this for the marks, actually. Oh, Marienburg will get us 10 points as well. Well, shit. There is a Bretonnian army coming, though, so we'll have to try and take care of them. Malagor can recruit those later. Let's just take out this place. Get this done. Diddly done. Close victory still. We're going to lose some Warhounds. Yeah, we'll take it. Get rid of this. Loot and raise. I'm not sure how many more points I need for the final battle. I got 443, so I need about 57 points. We need 500 altogether. So we'll get maybe 20, well, we can maybe get 30 or so from this and then finish off a few here. Maybe we can do the final battle. We'll see. Corone is a mess. Try and inflict this land with chaos. See if these Bretonnians come at us. Wissenberg has been attacked by dwarfs. See, like all this stuff, like I don't care about any of this now. This doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter if someone comes along and takes this settlement back. All I'm doing here, well, that's not a good example. So let's say, so this place. So I've got a ritual site here, which means the AI cannot take any of these settlements. Kappelberg, Kemperbad, or Talabheim. They cannot take any of those places until they take out my Herdstone here. So I'm just kind of claiming all this land until they come and take out my 20 garrisoned, by the way, Herdstone. So it's very difficult for the AI to get rid of these. Thus, you just control the land. And even if they do come over and take that out, if they bring 2 stacks and just wipe this out, doesn't bother me at all. Doesn't matter to me. That I've got the 44 points, which have already been added to this bar, and you can't lose them. So you don't have to worry. It's nice. You can just move on, just keep building them up, just steamroll. What is Malagor's unique stats bonus? Don't know. Where is he? Where's the little bird man? Does he have a unique stats bonus? Not too clued in on campaign mechanics. I usually ignore most of them. Are you allowed to show the final battle? I am. If you want to watch it though, it's up to you. Okay, let's get moving. Can someone tell me how and he see the auto result? Is it a mod? No, it's just coming with the new update, my man. Malagor has super long range beast paths. Oh, cool. I'll have a look in a sec. Yeah, so I pretty much reached that phase with this campaign of just unstoppableness. Not really too much to worry about. Norsca's arrived as well. We're friendly with them. Okay, so Malagor's beast paths. Where do they go to? They go to over here. Alright, and stood next to him, Taurox's beast paths. Go to just here. Just here. Okay, yeah, so there's quite a bit of extra range. Like that much. Pretty cool. Okay, let's take out some Bretonnians. Always good to kill the French. Sorry, French. Let's dive in on Marienburg first and get rid of this army, I think. Come here, you. Don't really know why I bothered building that. Bring in the big boys. Underweight, whoops. Decisive victory, I will take it. Gonna smash this up, 17 grand as well. Lovely. So that gave us 10 more on our ritual site here. So that'll put us nearly on the way. We'll just take Grungzint. And then we should be golden to do this ritual. And then just a few more here. And we can do the final battle. And we'll do this now if you want to see it. Let's just see if the French have got anything over here. Oh, there's some Dark Elves. Okay. A little bit of Dark Elf action over here. Okay. Let's go over and speak to the French. Can Malagor reach? Morgor even. A little bit short. Dratos. Malagor can reach though. Get out of the way, Morgor. There we go. Be nice if we can get this done as well. We'll bring our last army. Bring everybody over. Boom, boom, boom. Not sure if that added... Oh, it did. We got 42 on our ritual now. Oh, we're nearly there, actually. Grungzint will put us nearly there. Don't think there's any more in this zone. We could get 4 from Gorsel. 10 from Fort Borgbess. Maybe we'll do that one. That should finish it off. Nice. Settlement upgrade. Might as well do it. You look like a Viking warrior. Thanks. It's not the first time I've heard that. Have there been any changes for vampire counts? I heard Vlad got some new skills. Yeah, I'm not too sure myself. I think they did. I think some heroes and lords got a few adjustments. I think because it's one of the last patches for Warhammer 2, they've kind of gone big and have made a lot of adjustments to a lot of things. So, yeah. Can you plan a multiplayer battle with Legend? I'm not sure he really plays multiplayer. Other than campaigns, maybe. Okay, let's get moving on this last place that hopefully we can take. Or last 2 places. Maybe we can take this over. They've got an 18 garrison there. We might need both armies. Alright, we'll roll up here. The Varg have taken this place. You take that. Kazrek's going to come and take Zungrint. Boom. 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 More money in the bank. 50 at this place. If we take this, it should be the final one we need. Oh, we can do it on this. With the help of these, actually. We'll bring these over. They can hang out together. Norsca's taking stuff. Nice. Should be all good. Then we just need to come down and stomp the rest of Bretonnia. Come and finish off the Empire, who hopefully aren't expanding. And then we're all good. Sunbear. Love your content. Keep up the great work. Thank you, sir, for your 5, I assume, Australian dollars. The A means, I guess. Thank you kindly. You sound like a Skyrim god. I haven't heard that one before. I'll take it. You need to get out of Whiterun, you bitch. I don't think they said that in Skyrim. Maybe. Kind of wish Marathi spread a special kind of chaos that instantly disappeared when she was confederated. Never know. Dark Elves might get a rework one day. We got a random character wounded. Oh no. Oh bloody hell. Alright, let's finish this shit. Come here, fort. Oh, now their army left, and it's easy. Minotaurs. And ogres galore. Okay, let's take a little replenishment. And now we got 60 from this ritual site. A nice big 60 you can see there. So this should take us to the 500 and allow us to do the final battle. Let's find out. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. I don't know what happens. I don't know if there's a cutscene. Just a spoiler alert. You might want to pause the stream if you don't want to see this shit. Here we go.
Your supremacy is now assured. There is no question that your mighty war is feared by all the races of the world. One final battle awaits. With the gaze of the dark gods upon you, seize victory.
Oh, random flying Pegasus? What was that? Is that normal in Bretonia? I suppose so. Alright, we got the final battle on the Fall of Man. If it's actually on that bloody map, Lycus is going to be happy. Oh, it's against the Empire? Okay, let me throw together my most meanest, brutalist army. I guess I should do it under Kazrak's powers. Let's bring everybody together. I'm going to give myself a brutal army. Okay, we'll take the Bestigor. I'm going to take all the fucking raw units. That's for damn sure. We're going to take the Gorgon and stuff. Why can I not trade with Kazrak? Morgor in the way? Get out of the way, Morgor. Such a dick, Morgor. You're always just stood in the way. Why can he not do this? Why can he not trade with the big man? Oh, it's because he's in the underway. Okay. What if you go in the underway as well? No. Okay. We'll do it next turn. We'll do it next turn. So now all I need to do, I think that's most of my victory objectives. I just need to do a tiny bit of raiding, which is easy. Finish off Reichland and Corone. And then do this battle. I think we'll go for it. I think we'll goddamn go for it, you know. Let's take a turn. I need the toilet. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, alright, alright. No, Legend is not a multiplayer person. Maybe a co-op campaign. Maybe. Who knows? the Beastmen characters were Avengers. Should each be? I have no idea. I've not watched them all. Remember that special campaign of Khazrak vs. Todbringer? Did that change at all? No, they got rid of those. It's quite cool that they did those mini campaigns, but apparently people didn't really play them, so they stopped doing them. Okay, right. Making an army for Kaz for the final battle. Right, we're going to give him the Raw Gorgon, the Raw Jabberslith, the Man Rippers. We're going to get rid of the Ungor Herd, or the Ungor Raiders. Going to get rid of Razorgore. And regular Gore Herd, I guess. And I want to get some of these Minotaurs from this army. We got the Butchers in this army. Could get Ogres as well. Okay, let's replace our Razorgore Herd with Mournfang Cavalry. Transferring too many units between hordes can lead to dissatisfaction. Ooh, who cares? We'll take the Butchers. We'll take the Great Weapons. I should probably have some ranged units. Maybe I'll take some Man-Eater pistols. Get rid of one of the Centaurs. Replace these Gore Herd with Minotaurs with shields. And I think that should be good. We don't have any magic though. I should probably get some magic. But maybe I'll just do it Willow style. Did they change the other Beastmen Legendary Lord starting units? Good question. I think they did. Where'd he go? Okay, I think I've got my army to try the final battle with. I feel like I need more anti-large Minotaurs. Although we're facing the Empire apparently, so, you know, not too worried. Okay, let's maybe switch out 2 of those for great weapons. Because then we got the Butchers and those for normal. Alright, that'll do it. That'll do it. We got the Raw Gorgon. Oh, we got 2 Jabbersliths. Is that a good idea? Fuck it, we're gonna find out. Fall of Man. Let's do it. Final battle. Spoiler alert. Final battle coming up. Welcome, Gonk. Final battle we are going to attempt. This is your spoiler warning. Get rid of dogs and add a caster. I actually don't even know if I have a caster other than Malagor. You don't even need him. It's campaign, man. Okay, what do we got? Bretonians and Empire. Is this some kind of a joke? Guess it is. Alright. Seems like I came right in time. It's the same battle since game 1. Do they start up the top of the hill? Okay, maybe they have that on me. Maybe my doggos are gonna be good, man. Yeah, I think Taurox might have a different one. I think Vortex will give you a different final battle. But Mortal Empires is this. Need some epic music. Oh, we're coming. No hill gonna save you, French. Alright. Got a tiny deployment zone. Can Vanguard deploy some stuff, but let's put some cheeky doggos around. They've got artillery, right? Got one trebuchet there. Is that it? Okay. 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 Let's see your game. Let's hide these over here. They're hidden. That'll do. Okay. I got some help. Oh man, this just got even easier. There's an AI army. We got fucking Cygor. Oh, alright. Alright, son. Okay, so what I was going to do is kind of just come around this way and come up here so I could just at least get on a level playing field with them. Empire has some cannons. If they do, they're hidden in the trees. Unless I'm being blind. But shouldn't matter too much. Alright, let's just go, see what happens. We'll try and take out Bretonnians nice and quick. Like with the help of this AI army. I'll assume they're going to get some reinforcements. So we'll see what they do. If I can get my doggos to come and eat this cannon, that would be smashing. Which it looks like I might be able to. The Empire is deploying artillery on the hill. Oh, they got some shit over here. I would have come after this. Oh, the Empire's coming with some cav. Alright, let's play it cool, lads. No rush, no rush. Bring up the big boys. Bring up the Minotaurs. Bring up the Gorgonian. Munching down this artillery. Nice. If we can get it before... Whoa, whoa. How quickly are those dogs killing that thing? What the fuck? I'm not going to complain, but Jesus Christ. That was just mean. Okay, they got some anti-large there. Let's get the Bestigor onto those. Right, they got some artillery over here, you say? Where's my Mournfang boys? We got a couple of Hellstorms over here. No biggie, no biggie. Where's my doggos? Oh, I need that cap to go away. The AI is helping me out here. Let's get away from these halberds. Need to try and get behind all this stuff, really. Let's try and get into this cav. Doggos eat the artillery. They're going to eat the cav. Oh, you can try and eat Luon Cure. Alright, we need to move over here, I guess, because there's a lot of shit coming. Okay, Empire's coming down now. Let's get into those demigriffs. Get them in there. You might as well get you in there. Let's send a Jabberslith over to the blob. Let's send Kazrak over. Oh, my Mournfang came up here. Oh shit, where did these come from? Oh, they're flying. Okay. I was going to say, where the fuck did they come from? Just came up behind us. Shaky brokies. Shaky fucking brokies. We're just going to blitz through there. I need to send one of these over here, though, to get these two artillery, I think. Alright, let's not keep Kazrak too far away from everybody. We've killed Leon Kerr, apparently, I think. Our doggos have got eaten, but that's no biggie. Let's keep moving around. Jabberslith. Get into that shit. I can't see what's... Oh, no. Karl Franz is still here. Oh, no. Leon Kerr we killed. Karl Franz is still going. For now. So much to manage. How are we doing on them Pegasus Knights, Charlie? Right, we're going to get rid of these Hellstorms at least. Kazrak's okay. Get in there, Kazzy. Oh, actually, you can get big man, get big man. Get him while we got him pinned. That'll be the end of Karl Franz. Just pop all your fucking abilities, whatever. Get the big boy in there. Keep pushing, keep those missiles from firing. Mournfang's taking care of business. Another one over there to take care of. Centaurs are doing nice work. Still got some fresh Minotaurs. Coming after our ogres, perhaps? No? Okay. Man, this is a mess. I cannot see what the hell is going on at all, but I think we're winning. Just Just gotta get rid of these last bits of artillery. They're chasing off my ogre cav, no worries. Got so much help at this point, I don't really know why we needed them. Keep pushing forward, I suppose. Get into some great swords. We've killed Carlito friends. Unless they've got a lot more reinforcements in their back pocket. I'm not liking their chances. Let's get some ogre charges. Doink. It's them going down. Jabberslythe lady. Boom, boom, boom. Not too shabby. They really should have made them play more defensive. It was a little bit too easy because they came out. I know. Let's sit up on this high hill and then run down it. That'll give us a defensive advantage. Well, there it was. A little lackluster. Same as before, I guess. No mercy for no Frenchman. Exactly. Thanks, Aslan. Enjoy, my friend. Yeah, we went in with total overkill, really, but we got it done. Final battle. Dunbows. The fall of men. Stupid men. Okay, so with that, we've done Fall of Man. All we need to do is these few last bits, and we will be good. So let's do it. Let's kill Bretonnians. Good luck defending this, Bretonnians. I mean, they should probably just concede defeat at this point. Norskins are helping out. Lovely. Let's do a little raiding here to get our last bits of raiding done. Not sure who owns this, but I'm going to raid it. Not sure if the Bretonnians have any more armies. Does anyone ever stream Oxy? Has no one been doing it? We could start one if people want to see it. Can you try Oxyotl versus Swordmasters? Bit of a random test, but we can maybe do it in a minute. Peace with the vampires? Sure, we don't need to fight you anymore. We'll try and do some more tests in a bit. For now, though, I just want to try and finish this campaign if I can. Oh, looks like the Bretonnians survived the Norskins over here. War declared. Blue Vipers, who cares? They'll never be near us. These Norskins are failing me. We're going to throw some money at them. Norskins, please be better. Can't find you. Come on, you got a lot of places. But take some money and kill somebody, alright? Stop being shit. Do something. Look alive. Kill some French. Save me a job. Save me a freaking job, will ya? Yeah, the Blue Vipers have gone a bit mad, I think. A little more raidage. Can't raid this place anyway, but once I'll raid this land. How much more do I need? Oh, we've done it now. Cool. Don't really need to raid anymore. Let's just fight this. Decisive, boom. So it's reached the boring point of the campaign where everything is just auto-resolved. Just to get it finished. How many settlements do they have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then Bretonia's done. And then just Empire down here, who are on their last legs actually. And who may well be killed off by Skaven. By the looks of it. Maybe we can give them that war target. If they haven't got it already. Clan Scryer. Finish off this place. And hopefully that'll be the end of the Empire. And we can get this done nice and quick. Without having to go all the way down there ourselves. Although I do have enough armies to probably take every settlement. One at a time. I think it's doing some work. I made friends with him early on. Gave him some money. He got a bit beaten up by somebody for a while. I think it was Tilia. But he's turned it around. He's turned it around for himself, the lad. Hate that point, but I love being powerful. This campaign will do that for you pretty quick, I think. Alright, what do we got here? Some crappy little Bretonian settlement. Yoink. And smash. Close victory. Alright. It'll do, it'll do. Loot and raise that bad boy. All yours, Dark Elves. Go nutsos. Bretonians should be last 4 settlements. Oh, the Empire have got a place here. Little shits. Those little shits. Looks like they are going to lose this place, which is good. Little army coming for them, but we'll have to come and take care of this in Fort Sol. That is fine. That is fine. We'll send Kazrak himself. Get moving, Kazi. Gonna try and get close so I can still recruit. Or not, because I'm in raiding stats. Okay, never mind. We'll raid anyway. Send Malagor as well. Why not? We are at war with these dirty elves. We better watch out for those. They might give us some trouble. We'll bring him over as well, just in case they do. You can start to head this way and finish off these settlements. And that should be job a good un. Oh dear. Yeah, I think the Beastmen campaign is just so fun that I think that's probably why you haven't seen many people streaming Oxyotl campaigns. Because the Beastmen campaigns is just too fun, damn it. Okay, nearly there, nearly there. Okay, this was a bit ambitious. Should just recruit more units for him, really. I don't know why I'm not. We'll just get him help for now. Finish them off. Loot and raise. I'm the king. You're all gonna die. Blah, 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 blah. Let's just recruit a whole bunch of everybody's favorite. Ungor. Woo! Excitement. Oh, they've got Helmgart back. Look at you, little empire. Trying to do something with your lives. Stupid. Die, die, die. Stop trying to live. Stupid men. It's the fall of men. Did you not get the memo? Come on, Skaven. They're on it. Okay. Let us bring about the fall of men already. bring him over next to him. These two can underway through here. Should be able to get there in a couple of turns. You can come back this way. Actually, you can do Latin Guil right now, maybe. Pyrrhic Victory will loosen doggos. I guess we can wait. We can wait a turn. Looks like... Oh, the Bretonnian's still up north. I should probably go back and sort them out before I run away. God damn it. I've checked Turn's video about the new chariots. No, I've heard about it. Yeah, they very well may be OP. But if they are, then they'll probably be nerfed before release. But I don't know. Some of that stuff can be... Depends on the context of how he used them and stuff. But like I say, I haven't watched videos, so... Not sure. I wonder if these Dark Elves are at war with... Are you at war with Bretonia? You are. Okay. Rakath. If only I could do something to make him more aggressive. Come on, take those places. Look, Bretonians are starting to bring it back. I can't have that. Hold on, I've got a herdstone here. How are they able to build that? That's illegal. Most perturbator. Alright, we'll bring you down. You come through the underway. You come through the underway. Gonna get on these damn Empire boys sooner rather than later. And down here, we've only got 2 settlements left, so we should be able just to dunk on this. Still a Pyrrhic victory? Ain't that some shit? Alright, we're gonna bring Taurox back. He's probably gonna need some help though. We'll bring him up just to be annoying. Got some Norse gonna help there, but they're not much use. Apparently. Let's just build some stuff there. We'll just besiege this. See if they come at us. A horde campaign being fun? What is going on? I know, right? Everyone writes hordes off. Well, now they're actually pretty decent. I hope they do a similar thing for greenskins in some fashion. I'd like a greenskins horde. Top knots. Come on, bring the top knots to life. RCA gonna fix the Guatel wacky movement on the ground. Not sure. Okay. Let's get this hopefully finished off. A close victory. I'll take it. It'll do. Let's just get rid of these French. They got an army here. They got 12 garrison. Morgor should be able to handle that. You can start to come back up here. Maybe have a little rest first, though. You can boogie your way up. Maybe have a little recruit while you're there. Maybe a little upgrade. Upgrade yourself, lad. Get everything your heart desires, my little Doomball. Taurox-shaped Doomball. What am I doing? Recruit. Let's get some of these. Get some of these. Already got some of those. Let's get some of... Blah, 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 blah. Nobody, they'll do. We can get those as well. Why not? Let's beef his army up a little. We're at the point where nothing really matters anymore. Volkmar's running around. No bother. Just got to get to Fort Sol and finish it off. Skaven have taken this place. They do have an army down here in Boris. But hopefully he'll be killed off before he takes anything. They've got 1 settlement left, so it is that one place. Once we take that, they'll start taking attrition. And it will be the end of the Empire. Sorry, Empire. Welcome, Capsam. Do you think after Warhammer 3 a non-hero historical title will be in the works? Yes. Because people didn't really like that too much in Troy. Three Kingdoms, you had the choice. Oh, we got an ambush. A Pyrrhic victory from just facing archers. Come on now. As if they'd have the time to fire. I reckon it's a good possibility. I reckon there's a good possibility that we'll see a gun-heavy historical title again. Like Napoleon or Empire. As if these boys are going to live long. Somehow they had a good chance of winning. Or I was at Pyrrhic victory in an ambush battle. An ambush battle? Come on now. Pause this while we issue our orders. Go! Descend upon the archers. Bye-bye, Bretonians. Bye fucking bye. I hope CA will do 40k. Don't we all? I think there's a good chance of that too. But we'll see. We shall see. Get the Lord, get the Lord. Everybody on their Lord. Is it Leonka? It is. A little blighter. If we can kill him, that would be lovely. Let's get him out of the game for a couple of turns, eh? You're back in the game. Alright, whatever. They'll be dead soon. It matters not. Nearly there, lads. Nearly there. It will be medieval again. That would be cool. Medieval 3. Bring it. Just try to make an actual historical Total War. That'd be good. Don't need to jazz it up with fantasy shit. Just take it back to the old school, man. It's what everybody wants. What a lot of people want anyway. Okay, good. Dark Elves are going after this place. The Brass Bull can come down to try and get rid of Langwil. And job should be a good one. Close victory. That'll do. Tonians, die please. Thank you. Thank you. No worries, Steph. If we get any absolute rebels, I'm sure I can take care of them. Just keep an eye on that E-ledge and we'll be okay. Nearly there, nearly there. We're off to see the Empire. The wonderful Empire of... Oh, I can't move that far. Hopefully no one attacks Morgor. He's a little bit alone, Malagor even. But we should be able to take Fort Sol. And then we will be nearly there. I can taste victory. I can taste it. Didn't you think Fat Nasty had spoiled historical for you? Have you changed your mind? Well, it's hard to know, really. I haven't had a Total War... Oh, look at this poor fella. I haven't had a Total War since Total War Warhammer that's really grabbed me enough. Right, we had Thrones of Britannia. Don't make me laugh. Three Kingdoms, which was great in the campaign department, but not so good in the battles, so that couldn't quite hold my attention, personally. But I think that's more a failing of the design of things rather than it being a historical title specifically. Oh, we got an army here. Valiant defeat. We could sit here for 3 turns, which is not a big deal. We'll do that. Fuck it. We'll wear them down. Or if we can ally with these boys, we can get them to reinforce us. Or not, I guess. Never mind, never mind, never mind. Right, that's all done. They're all finished down there. Empire just needs to die here. Yeah, and then of course we had Troy, which wasn't huge on. So yeah, hard to say. You give me Medieval 3, and you do it well, and you keep it like a classic Total War game, then we'll see. But so far they've been trying to make historical titles kind of fantasy-ish, with the Three Kingdoms heroes, and the same with Troy and various other bits. But they have made improvements in both of those games in various ways. So it's not like they're completely going backwards or anything. There's been some nice campaign additions to come to new historical titles. But it would be interesting to see how a modern Total War worked with the older systems. Like with how recruitment worked in some of the older titles and stuff like that. Twould be interesting. Twould be interesting indeed. Okay, last few bits. What do you got left? Corona got 2 places. 1, 2, just those. Those will be gone soon. Empire has no places. Just a few little armies that are withering away slowly but surely. Har, har, har. Hope the terrain will matter again in the future. Yeah, Troy did some good stuff with terrain, I think. Yeah, I think Medieval's the way to go. Because so many people love the Medieval... Well, love Medieval 2. They love the Medieval setting. They haven't had a Medieval game since Medieval 2. So Medieval 3 just makes sense. But they need to make it... I don't know whether you need to make it more accessible. Because obviously, Medieval 2, the systems and stuff of the game work quite differently from modern Total Wars. And that's obviously what a lot of new, or what a lot of old veteran players of Total War don't like. Which is understandable, which is fair enough. So, do they either just alienate those people and just make it much more accessible, which will attract newer players and make them like it more, but you might lose some of the old fans? Or do you go the other way, make it really old style, where you'll probably still get some new fans, you'll please the old veteran fans, but you probably won't get as many new people as you would if you make it more accessible? Or do you meet somewhere in the middle and kind of do a bit of both? That's the question. I feel like I should just back off this and let them take it. Fuck it, just take the Pyrrhic Victory. Otherwise, it doesn't even matter. We're about at the end of the campaign. I'll take it. Boom. Britonia shortly destroyed. Oh, there we go. Completely destroyed. Dark Elves have taken that one. Nice. Just the Empire left, yes? Oh, yes. We just got to hunt them down. Volkmar is somewhere over here. Let's get him. We'll find him. We'll find him and we'll do some weird stuff to him. Don't you worry. Add some castle designing. Yeah, bring back some old sieges. Make sieges good. I think sieges should be like old historical sieges, but just leave some fucking space in the castle. Like, it doesn't have to always be just alleyways. You could have like a big open courtyard where people could actually maneuver their units. There's options. Have you done the final battle yet? Yes. It honestly, it's just the old one, so it wasn't that exciting, honestly. Oh, there's old Volkmar. He's trying to run. We smell him. We got to have Kazrak kill him. It's got to be a job for Kazraki. Oh, little Volkmar, look at him. His last few bits, he can't even take Isleheart because I've got a Herdstone in Altdorf. Oh, no. What is he going to do? I've got so much, I've got 7,000 dread. I didn't even realise. I could literally just buy everything. But I don't need it. So what's the point? I could upgrade my Herdstones. Why not? Have a level 5 Herdstone. Haven't done that yet. Not sure. Maybe there's an achievement for that or something. I should probably do it. I'll do it on a few. Altdorf. Dang, missed it. There wasn't much to it, to be honest. It was a bit of a messy battle. You didn't miss much. It's not as fancy as I think Taurox has a more fancy battle at the end of his. You get that fancy map and stuff. Oh, look at these dwarfs. Trying to take my Herdstone. I could try and defend it, but I really don't care. So, you can have it. That's the beauty. Oh! The Empire just got wiped out by the Norskans. That should be victory. Give it to me. Give it to me now, man. Boom. We did it. We made it. You've been through the whole last 20 turns of this campaign. You can see what happened here. We went through, had a little raise here and there. And for Volkmar. Poor fella. So you see we moved through. I think all the black stuff is mine. The black area. Moved through. The Empire started to span out. I played with Bretonnians a little bit. Slowly start to see the colours fade from the land. I think I'm over here somewhere at this point. Maybe I'll come back here. Bretonnians started pushing out, look, making themselves into somebody. The Empire doing alright for themselves. Yeah, all this stuff is raised or black. That's my Herdstone areas. Taking most of the Empire lands. Took out those stupid elves, because why not? Taking out Empire. Munching on the Bretonnians now. And GG. G freaking G. Nice. There's that one done. Don't know if there's any other achievements for this campaign. I guess not. There's normally not with the rework campaigns. Have a quick check. Just control F it. Win a single campaign. Do it on very hard. It's only those two. Cool. Nice. Done. That's the first Beastmen campaign I've done, obviously. Never did it on Warhammer 2. I think I did it on 1. Maybe. Can't remember. Oxyotl next. Oh, I don't know. Am I feeling campaign? Dracoatl versus Swordmasters. Alright, let's do that real quick. Any other questions you have about units or anything, let me know. We can try and test stuff out. We can maybe have a little Oxyotl. We'll see. We'll see. See what I fancy. Quatl versus Swordmasters, he says. Take off the abilities. 1 unit of Swordmasters. 2, 3, 4. Let's try 2. Probably go after our Lord. Let's put him on a mount. You're welcome, Northland. Okay, Coatl versus Swordmasters. I guess you want to see how he does against elite infantry. Do you want me to use the abilities? He does have Run-On's Thunderbolt and Lesser Chain Lightning. Boom, and he goes. Does have the Lord to deal with. Now he's distracted by the Lord. Oh, that's a nice stack though. Don't use the abilities. Okay. Beating them down pretty well. Taking a bit of damage in the process though. Oh, does some big attacks. They go flying. Poof. Poof. A little bit slow in the damage output. Considering he has 400 weapon strength pretty much. And he's actually just getting beaten up now. Oh, he said he didn't want bound spells used, but yeah, not great. Got 1,000. No, that's the Sword Masters. Got 500 damage. Pretty pathetic, to be honest. But that's not really its fight. It is fighting two very strong melee units that do kind of surround it and mess with its melee defense and stuff. So, not a great fight for it. But of course, it has those spells which it can make much more use of. Yeah, exactly. Not using the spells and stuff. That would have got a good bit of extra damage. Nerf to Chameleon Skinks to make plain skink skirmishers. Go-to pick. I think the Chameleon Skinks went up in value. I think they went up by 50. I think they were 600 before. Shredder of Lustria versus Raw Gorgon. We did that, but versus the regular Dreadsaurian, which the Gorgon just about won, even though it cost 600 less than the Dreadsaurian. So I'd say with 95% certainty that the Gorgon would lose to a Shredder of Lustria. Don't think we need to test it. What is your fun drink to have? Stream sponsored by Evian. Not really. But hey, if I get an Evian sponsorship, I'll be laughing. You gonna play Oxyotl? You gonna play Oxyotl? You're very excited for that. I want to see the infantry units with no Chameleon units compete. Unfortunately, you're going to be a little bit disappointed. They're just really the same as normal skinks. They got a little bit better. What do they got more? Melee defense. Weapon strength and melee attack, though, isn't up to much, so they're not going to do a ton of damage. Apart from with their little bomb, but they only have 2 ammo. So they don't tend to do tons of it. We'll test it. I did a little bit of this earlier, but I'll show you. We'll put them against... Okay, we'll put them against the best of the best when it comes to frontline cheap infantry. Do a little 4-on-4. I am moving to Zurich from New Zealand in late August. Anyone got help? This is a Total War stream, not a travel blog. I'm joking, but I'm not sure what kind of help you need. Do you need someone to carry boxes? So yeah, you issue the order, and then as you will see, a little explosive ranged attack comes in. Boom, boom, boom. So it does a nice little disruption to their charge. And then they will charge into melee as well. Although, boys apparently going to run away. You see that did a little bit of damage. Did about a quarter of their health. Not bad. These ones finally attacking. But when it comes to melee, they're not going to do so well against Orc Boys most likely. We'll pull these two back. But they will still be able to use their ammo because they have 360 firing. So they can run away and shoot stuff in the face if they still have the ammo. So that's pretty cool. And then you can charge them back in once they've used it. They're actually okay. Maybe they're actually beating Orc boys pretty well here. This one hasn't even used all of its ammo and it's beat them. Bear in mind they do cost a little more than Orc boys, of course. So as long as you get that ammo off, seems like they're actually pretty decent at beating some of this cheaper frontline infantry. That extra melee defense probably saves them quite well. Yeah, not too shabby. Not too shabby, actually. Let's try them against something that costs roughly the same, though. Let's try 675. What about some... I was going to say some Saurus, but they're on the same side, so you probably won't see that. What about... Has to be something quite lightly armoured, because they're not armour-piercing. How about some Black Ark Corsairs? Can they do in Black Ark Corsairs? Let's find out. Roughly the same price. They also have physical resistance. Yeah, I forgot about that, actually. That's a good point. Yeah, it's just like a little, like a bit of a peltast attack. Throw a javelin first and then get into melee. It's that kind of deal. But it's explosive. So it does a nice bit of work. Should do quite nice on these lightly armoured stuff. Well, these aren't actually that lightly armoured. We'll see how this does. 80. Did about a quarter of the health off the Orc boys. Doing a similar amount to these, actually. Quarter to a fifth, maybe. So they can go in there, do a little damage on the charge. And then because they're really fast as well at 48 speed, they can outrun most infantry pretty quick. So you won't take too much running away damage, you can see. And then they'll start firing again. So that's pretty nice, actually. They can blow them all up. And then get back into melee. Because they should be able to outrun pretty much all infantry. Apart from things like witch elves and other stuff that's really fast. That could give them the huge advantage, actually. Looks like they are going to be able to beat our Black Ark Corsairs here. So their Lord is getting involved, beating up this unit. Or maybe going to lose here, actually. Can they win one? Okay, so this one has ammo. Murderous Mastery comes off. So maybe not quite able to beat the Black Ark Corsairs, but pretty much nearly there. So that's pretty decent. Black Ark Corsairs are a good damage dealer, so... They have some rage resistance. I think it's explosive damage, though, so... Yeah, they got some explosive damage on there, so they can't block that. Although I'm not sure. Maybe missile resistance does that. I'm not sure. Don't know. Don't know. Well, they don't have too much resistance. They got the Sea Cloak. I think that just gives them armor, really. Don't think that's a missile resistance. Also, how do you think Beastmen will be after Total War Warhammer 3 comes out? No idea. We don't know how any of these factions are going to be after Warhammer 3 comes out. Are the Greenskins still going to be good? Greenskins are top of the game right now. But maybe they'll be scheisse with Warhammer 3. Who knows? Can you do Raw Jabber versus Phoenix Guard? Raw Jabber will lose quite badly, I would say. Seems like this will be nice for a Prophet of Sotek campaign. Radar warning receiver. Oh. What about top-end Bretonia infantry? I think they'll probably beat them pretty easy, actually. I think they'll blow them up and their leadership will fail them. Well, they do have armor. Let's find out. No more Skaven buff, please. What? I'm not buffing the Skaven. So it was me. It was me who did it. Don't shoot the messenger. Okay, charge them up. See if we can beat Foot Squires, who are a little more expensive. But their leadership might fail them more so than... They do miss quite a bit, actually. They do a miss. We'll get the charge in, do a little damage, and then we're going to pull away. Use our bombs again. Try and use up our ammo. Blow up some foot squires. Those ones are out of ammo. Get back in melee. These ones still got some stuff. Blowing up the other ones. Oh, they are going to beat the foot squires. No. No, they're hanging in there. They be hanging on. These are the only two... Well, they were the only two fair tests until this lord got involved. This one's kind of looking alright. That one's run out of ammo. So maybe not going to quite beat them. Not really a good test though, because the lord was running about. But they certainly put up fair performance. So very similar output. What do you think about... What do you think will Skaven get Storm Fiends? Yes. Yes, they will. Having a monster with a ranged attack would be cool. Like that kind of warp fire thrower ranged attack, I mean. But, you know, Skaven have plenty already. They've had 3 DLCs, for God's sake. Anything else? Anything else? We saw the Ark of Sotek is now pretty good. Let's just add a little more, actually. Let's try Ark of Sotek versus Black Orcs. 4 units of Black Orcs. No, 3 units of Black Orcs. A little more realistic. Why don't you use a wizard without spells? Yeah, that might be a good idea. He'll do less damage, I suppose. So the Ark of Sotek had a little bit of a rework. It now has this Vortex ability, which has Sotek's Poison, you can see in the bottom left, which does damage over time, like Poison in most games. And this is a little AoE that has done a lot of damage when we tested it earlier. So if we dive into melee, right? Try and get everything to gather around us. And then we're going to drop this little spell. Boom, right in the middle of them. Boom. So Sotek's Poison's going off now. This is going to be a damage over time to all of the stuff in this little circle. I can get my Bastiladon out of there, I think. Run, little Bastiladon. Damage value so far. 500 damage value. Going up to 600. Still rising. That's a 28 second ability. This boy's goddamn slow though. Killed off my lord, but no bother. We can charge back in. Let's try and get one more use of that Sotek spell. Oh, don't rout, lad. Oh, he's routed. Let's see how much damage value we got, though. From one use of that ability, 1094. He's not messing around. This Ark of Sotek could be pretty dangerous. That's just from one use of that ability. And not really using the actual Bastiladon that much. So, yeah, that's pretty strong. This, of course, is against 3 very expensive units, which is why it's so much. But hey, if the enemy's got 3 expensive units nearby each other, you can jump on them. It only costs 1,000. Cheap as chips. Cheap as chips, man. Nice. Are the patch notes out? No. They will be available to you soon. As I said earlier, don't really know what to expect for any of these current factions changing for Warhammer 3. 3 arcs of Sotek versus 3 Black Orcs. Not really sure what that'll prove. If you leave the Ark of Sotek in combat with Black Orcs, they'll probably lose. Because they'll get surrounded and Black Orcs hit hard. So they're not going to be great for just standing around. But the fact is you can drop that Poison Vortex spell and then run off with your Bastiladon. And just anything that stood in it for 28 seconds will take the damage. So yeah, could be dangerous. Could be a dangerous. I know the Skaven got lots of DLC, but doesn't that highlight how dull the Skaven roster was? I mean, you say that, and you're right by all means, but the issue with Skaven is that even though those are dull units, Clan Rats and Skaven Slaves, they are the units that get used most. Like, people don't really use Plague Monks that much. People don't really use Storm Vermin that much. So most of these units don't even get looked at anyway, because people just use the cheap stuff in abundance. They got lots of fun. They've always had some fun ranged units. The Poison Winds, the Warp Fire Throwers. But they've just got a lot now. But yeah, their infantry... it's probably their weakest area, I guess, because people just use the weak crap anyway. Coatl versus Arcane Phoenix. We did that already. We didn't really get a great fair test, but the Coatl was winning it. Coatl. Coatl? Coatl? Nakai versus Doombull or Taurox. We did Nakai versus Taurox. Nakai got stomped on. I think that Beastmen Chariot problem won't be a problem before you play it, or when you play it. If it is a real problem, it'll probably be patched out, so not really worth worrying about. What game coming out soon are you most excited for? Battlefield 2042? Maybe Dark Tide. Those two. Probably an equal amount. So yeah, it would be nice if Skaven had more reason to use Plague Monks and stuff. But then they'd probably be too strong. They've just got everything now. Sad Nakai noises. Yeah, there's a few laws like that that could do with just being made a little better. Nakai is one of them. Who else? Helmengorst. Good old Helmengorst. There's just some legendary laws that are just all very meh. It's just that some lords kind of stand out so far ahead of the rest that the others just kind of fall into the background and are just always secondary choices. Like Malekith dominates Dark Elves as the choice. Marathi might get a look sometimes. Maybe Malice. Crone doesn't come in too often. Lockheed doesn't come in. Who else? Kolek's kind of fallen behind a bit now. Sartherial, Archaon, Sigvold. They're the choices. At least in a multiplayer sense. Obviously campaign, then anything goes. Tretch has never been huge. Poor little Tretch boy. Play some Dwarfs in Eye of the Vortex. Yeah, I think people will like the new Dwarf stuff. I think the changes will be pretty huge for them. Did they improve the blue skill line for Dwarfs? They are really terrible. I have heard that there were some reworks to Dwarf skill trees and stuff. Yes. So, hopefully, yes. Or, fuck it, we can have a look. Give me a look. Give me a name of who you want me to look at. Vortex Immortal Empires. Which Dwarf Lord? Go. Who do you want? Who do you want, laddie? Yeah, but there's some lords that are just... yeah, it's a shame that they're not more evenly... evenly gifted, I guess, in strength. Krokgar's fallen behind a bit now. Isabella, you never really see in multiplayer. It's always Vlad or Manfred. Heinrich. Eltharion never gets used much. They just need to find abilities or ways to make them a little more exciting. I hope to see new Minotaurs in the DLC. Yeah, that would have been cool. But I guess we had four Minotaurs already. Let's look at Thorgrim. Very well. We'll look at Thorgrim.
Send me to vengeance.
Send me to vengeance, you bastard. Well, I didn't know if anyone wanted to see some specific Dwarf Lord traits outside of the blue skill line. Big Daddy Grudge. Welcome back, real human. Would be interesting to see if any elite halberd units like Keepers of the Flame, Max Chevron Chosen could beat the Shredder of Lustria. Well, that's a test you can do yourself, my friend. Don't need me for that one. But I'd say they won't beat them. Well, I don't know. Maybe they're Phoenix. Chosen are too small of a unit, really. I'd imagine, anyway. Blue skill line. Whoa there. Root Marcher. You can tell me if this is different. I don't know. I haven't played a Dwarf campaign for at least 2 months. I did the Ungrim campaign not that long ago, so I have actually played recently a Dwarf campaign, but I don't really pay attention to the skills too much. So Miner's Instinct, Wall Breaker, Pure Beard. That's a good ability. That's the best ability. Mason, Iron Willed, Lightning Strike, Reassuring Presence, Inspirational Leader, Alert, and Inquiring Mind. So you tell me if that's different. I'm not sure. Is Sartherial playable in Mortal Empires? No. How many zombies can New Lizardmen infantry beat? Dunno. At least 2. I'd a guess. How strong is New Dwarf Rune Explosion? We tested that before. It's not very good against armored stuff, but it'll do about half health to Empire Swordsman. Does Grombrindle still have flashbang in campaign skill tree? Don't think so. I think we checked that last time and I don't think he did. It's been given to the engineer. So if you get yourself an engineer hero, you should do. That's unchanged. Okay. Maybe it's the battle effects that have changed. Have we tried Feral Dreadsaurian against normal Gorgon? We have not. We tried the raw Gorgon against a normal Dreadsaurian, which was very close, but the Gorgon did win because of that scaling damage. It was doing like 700 damage a hit when the Dreadsaurian was on its last legs. Big stuff. Scaling damage coming into play. Thanks for making your videos, man. I'm new to Total Warhammer, so good old bit of videos have helped me a lot. You're welcome, Sean. Glad to be of use. Anything else anybody wants to see? Last half an hour or so, probably. Thorgrim's another one of those lords, actually. Another one of those lords that's kind of doesn't really get much love in multiplayer. It's usually Ungrim or the Rune Lord. Maybe even Belagar. I love your vids, but I wish you'd post more feet pics. You can sign up to my OnlyFans to get those. It's mostly just beard shots. Saucy beard shots. And a few feet pics. With my feet in my beard. Anyway. How much does the Runesmith increase weapon strength with the campaign skill? Don't know. Don't know in campaign. We'd have to recruit one. I don't know if anyone starts with one. You can have a look. Maybe Thorek does? It's not going to tell us on here, but... Is there any Dwarf Lord that starts with a hero? With a engineer hero, do we know? Troglodon versus Phoenix. I mean, Troglodon will win if it stays out of range. Ungrim. Belagar has a ghost engineer. Let's try Ungrim a minute. Oh wait, he has a runesmith? No, we don't want a runesmith. We want an engineer. Who do you say? Belagar. Let's check Belagar then. See what Belagar's got. Should have an engineer who might have a flash bomb. He has it in multiplayer anyway, so I'd assume he'd have it in campaign as well. But yeah, they took that off Grombrindle. I'm not sure they made him any cheaper though, which they must have done. Not sure if we figured that one out last time. Shush. Okay, where's our engineer boy? Here he is. Here he is. Skills. Flash bomb. He does have flash bomb in campaign. Level 6. Comes with immortality, of course. He's a Viking ghost. Otherwise, pretty much just the stuff he has in custom battles, I think. He's got the Zufbar Pounder. 42 pounders. He's got a wind spell. Ooh. Ooh. Stalk. Good old ballistics calibration. Sharpshooters. Sharpshooter. Carry a big stick. But of course this is the, I guess he's just a master engineer, even though he's the ethereal one. Guess that doesn't change too much. I'm surprised we never got a Slayer hero for dwarfs. Why does everyone say that? Does God Trek mean nothing to you? Yeah, I always class Gotrek as the Slayer hero. He's anti-large. He's your boy. And the runesmith? What, you want to see the runesmith skills? Someone said Ungrim has one. Surprised we never got a Slayer hero for dwarves. I read that one. How many Skaven slaves does it take to get center of a goal? Probably quite a lot. A couple of hundred. I'll wager. Try New Raw Carno versus Carl on Griffin. I think the Carno will win that, as he's anti-large and Carl is not. Ooh. All Slayers are heroes. He's not wrong. Oh, we've been lied to. Oh, it is a runesmith. Okay, it looked like a Thane for a second. So here be the runesmith skills. Don't know if they've changed. You tell me. It's mostly just the new runes. Damping, Rune of Slowness, Forge Fire, which has changed a bit from before. Rune of Hearth and Home, and Strike the Runes. Sharpen Weapons. Increases the missile and melee damage of the parent army. Harden Armor. What's their max effect? Armor is increased by an additional 5. Ooh, 5. Ooh. Missile and melee damage is increased by an additional 5%. Those middle skills are new. Cool. There you go then. If you mean the battle effects. That is. You got Scouting, Glance Corruption, Damage Walls, Wound, Specialist, Hinder. Yeah, there's your runesmith. Boop. Any more for any more? We'll try the new Carno versus Carlito. We'll give him all his stuff. Actually, I should be the lizard man. So this is the new Regiment of Renown Carnosaur. Hopefully attempting to take on Karl Franz. Will he come after us? No, he's going for the Lord. Okay, we'll get a free hit then. Not if I can't fucking click on him. Click him! Try and get the Lord out of there. Hopefully he'll fight him. Munch him. He is munching him down fast though. Oh, Karl's giving it back. Karl does have the buffs though. Oh, he's getting him. He's getting him. He is munching Karl down a treat. Boom. Still got half his health left. Pretty beefy. Are you making Why You Lost again? Yes, I'll probably do some more of those if that's what you're asking. Haven't been able to do any for a while. Too many videos to do for the DLC, and I have a different version of the game, so people's replays don't work for me until the next patch. So we'll do some new ones on the new patch probably. Are there now no more units for dwarfs locked behind tier 5 buildings? Oof, I do not know. Has Engine of the Gods been changed? Can't remember where it is. Here he is. Four Night Goblins with 2 Trolls versus 4 Empire Spearmen with 2 Ogres. What are you asking? Who would win? Did Carnosaur Roar beat Karl? Yes, he did. With half his health left. Wasn't the best of tests because Karl chose to try to dive and charge my Lord instead of the Carnosaur. So he probably missed a hit there. But, yeah, Karl would probably get close. He might even be able to beat him some of the time. That wasn't the fairest test, but I don't think Karl's charge would have saved him from half health of the Carnosaur left. Can a Gorgon beat a War Mammoth? Most probably, as the War Mammoth is not anti-large. We can find out real quick. Can you test if Ut can beat the Necrosphinx? Do you mean the Carnosaur? Kind of looks like he's walking in high heels. Oh, we'll let the Lords fight out the way. Mammoth and Gorgon. So far going as anticipated, although the Mammoth doing some work. What are the new skinks good against? Light armor. They can beat Orc boys, they can beat like kind of low tier infantry, and some mid tier infantry, or at least do good damage. Gorgon loses to War Mammoth. Boom. close though. I feel like if you run that 5 times, you probably could go either way. War Mammoth is slightly more expensive at 100 extra gold, but isn't anti-large, so it is one. I guess there has. Oh, it is anti-large in the missile attack. Okay, so that probably added up. So that's probably what saved it. You can charge large units into your own line to reinforce. Yeah, trolls charging into gobos. You'll probably break Empire Swordsmen pretty quick. And unless those ogres are man-eaters, you should probably break them pretty quick as well. Depends if it's regular trolls or stone trolls as well. Stone trolls are generally a lot better. He lost because the leader died. I mean, he didn't really have any health left. Could have gone either way. It was close. Can you show the dwarven building trees? I'll have a quick look. Lost the dwarfs. There they are. Ooh. I would imagine the Carnosaur and the Necrosphinx would be fairly even. We'll try it in a sec then. There you go. What did you want to see? Gyrocopters up here, Slayers, Iron Breakers on the Grummel Forge. Cool, we take a look at that a second. I'll be back in a second. No more tier 5s. Yeah, was that a problem with the dwarfs? You had to wait till level 5 to get all your units? Not anymore then, I guess. Tier 3 engineer building. Yep, there you go. Hopefully that answers your question. Sorry, I scrolled to the right there as you said that. There wasn't much after that. And I came off before I saw that. Are dwarf campaigns any fun? If you enjoyed dwarfs, I suppose. What do we want to test? Necrosphinx versus Carnosaur. Yeah, so Gelp Bloom's Terra costs 2,000. Necrosphinx, I believe, costs 2,000. No worries, Emerald. Get out of the way, Lord. To try and attract that Lord over here. 1v1 me, Tomb Prince. Or whatever the hell you are. Oh, but he is putting this boy in the bin. Even with the Tomb King's Lord help. He's got him wavering. Yo, Bloom's terror really is a bit of a terror. Oh, he routed just at the end. But the Sphinx is pretty much dead. It's got 198 health. And that was with being attacked by the Lord a little bit as well. So could have won that. But as you would expect, it's very close. They cost the same. So seems that his price meets his performance. Ogre Cav against Blood Knights. We tried Ogre Cav against Demigriffs without halberds. They got pretty badly destroyed. They're good at the charge. They do a lot of damage on the charge, but staying in melee combat, no good for them. We did a little bit of that on the last test stream I did the other day, so if you want to see more of that, you can find it in that stream. If you wish to delve through it, of course. Don Mongoose finally caught another live stream. Tap for the amazing content. Thank you, Don. Very kind, sir. I will take your £5 and use it to buy a pizza. The best spending choice. Okay, last 10 minutes or so. Anything else anyone wants to see? This is, of course, very close to release, though. 4 days. And this will all be in your midst as well. But I have plenty of meat on it. It's like meat's back on the menu, boys. Did Gore units get buffed? Not sure. You tell me. There's their stats. I think they were pretty decent anyway. They got Primal Fury as well. But yeah, I think the update brings the Beastmen up to speed a little bit in terms of faction strength. They'll probably see a lot more use in multiplayer. The new campaign is really fun, as hopefully you saw earlier. Grimgor versus the Brass Bull. We did that earlier. Grimgor put a hole in that bull. He's now got that bull head on his wall. Grimgor's the best. For a reason. But yeah, so this is probably going to leave... I don't know actually, because the Dwarfs might come up a bit in multiplayer with the rune system. We'll have to see what people can do with that. It'll be interesting. Hoped for new legendary heroes. Well, there's still time for free LC. Like we had Rakarth randomly, so we might get a legendary hero before Warhammer 3. We'll see. But yeah, I think it's maybe the vampire counts now. I think the vampire counts are now at the back, because the Dwarfs have had an update. The Beastmen have had a DLC. The vampire counts are the only ones who haven't been touched for a long old time. The Empire had that DLC with the Lizardmen not long ago. So vampire counts, they need some love. And as I mentioned, they're pretty much a one-trick pony nowadays in multiplayer. It's always the same army. They need some love. And a lot of their lords need to come up a bit. Like I said, they seem to have a lot of lords that have fallen behind. Like, it's pretty much just Vlad or Manfred now in multiplayer. Most of the time. Don't see Isabella, you don't see Heinrich, you don't see Helmut Gorst, you don't really see the Red Duke that often. A lot of these kind of other lords, all these different vampire lords get a look in. The Lamian Lord, Von Carstein ones maybe. Sometimes the Strigoi. But the legendary lords, nobody cares. So yeah, they need some stuff. You think the Sisters of Lamia faction in the north near the Chaos Wastes will get Neferata as a lord? I have no idea. I don't know enough about vampire lore, but I have heard that name quite often from people in chat. Neferata. And yeah, if it's kind of Chaos linked, it could be a potential. Could be the potential for it. So, yeah, maybe. Norska as well. Could probably use a bit of love. They, again, haven't had an update for a long old time. There's always talk of Valkyr as a lord, whoever that is. I don't know, but I hear the name. And yeah, their roster is just quite thin. I mean, if you just look at it, it looks like a Warhammer 1 roster still. Because it mostly is. They had a few raw units added, but they got a lot of monsters. Monsters and beasts, they have a plenty, but could use some more infantry maybe. Or some proper cavalry, I think, is the biggest thing they need. Give the Norsemen some real cav. It doesn't really make sense that they don't have like a shock cavalry. Because they seem like exactly the kind of faction that would. Make Bellacor for the Warriors of Chaos. I think we'll see him in 3 in some fashion. Throg needs a voice rework? What? What's wrong with Throg's voice? I eat my enemies. Wouldn't you? Well, I could do that voice for it. Would you rather hear that? Next Norska DLC versus Vampire Counts. Fight over the Chaos Wastes. I don't think there will be another DLC for this. I think that'll come with Warhammer 3. It'll all be tied into that somehow. Considering all the novels, he sounds like Fraser Crane. What? How is he I don't get it. Are you saying that Throg should sound posh? He sounds like... So you think... How does he sound like Fraser Crane now? I can't say I've heard that when I've heard him speak. Niles, this is a costume party. Throg's meant to be this intellectual troll. Okay. He's smarter than most humans and elves. Oh, I see. Didn't know that. Yeah, you don't really get that by the things he says, I suppose. I imagine him to be like Winston from Overwatch or something now. Most stupid race in the game? Shaven. I see. Sounds like Throg could do with a voice rework then. Maybe just a overall rework. Did you ever try Norska at the beta patch for the Empire update? They removed supply lines then and Norska basically became unstoppable. No, I did not. Sounds interesting though. I don't know, I played a Norska, I finished off a Norska campaign that I'd been doing for a long time, a couple of months ago. It wasn't too bad, you just have to keep raiding and keep attacking really. It probably needs a bit of work for sure, but I don't think it was unplayable by any means. I completed it, so. You just do need to raid a lot and make a lot of money that way, and you'll constantly be in minus money. You'll constantly have minus 5,000. But that's fine. As long as you're making, you know, minus or plus 20,000 every few turns. Or so. $18 free mammoth stacks. Oh dear. Yeah, Norska could do with some, just lots of stuff really. Lords is much like the Beastmen. The Beastmen didn't really have any lords. They had 4 lords, and only one of them was really any good in multiplayer, being Morgul. He was really the only choice. And now Norska's kind of in the same position. They've only really got 2 lord choices because nobody ever uses the Marauder Chieftain. They should really give him like a Manticore or something. Give the Marauder Chieftain a Manticore. That'll jazz them up. That'll at least give them a flying lord. That's something. And then maybe some kind of ranged lord would be good. Doomstacks are the most boring way to play campaign. Amen, brother. Norska needs werewolf lords. Now you're talking. There must be one in the lore somewhere, like a werekin lord. That'd be cool. Maybe a caster warrior hybrid. Yeah, that's the other thing. They don't have any caster lords. And to think Fimirs would make great lords, because they're already pretty tough. So they should probably just move those, make them a lord, and then just get a few more shaman. Actually, you've already got 3 shaman casters. They need more magic laws for sure. They could probably do with... Well, I guess they would do with... Do they even have... They do have fire. Fire, death, and metal. I mean, those are all good laws by all means, but... Seems like Lore of Beasts would be suitable. Lore of Shadows. I think they do have that actually on somebody, yeah. They got the... Oh yeah, of course, it's got the Fimir. The Fimir with Shadows as well. They could have the Lore of Vampires, why not? Fuck it, give them Raised Dead. Yeah, it'd be cool to see them get some love anyway. A special Fimir Lord with 2 heads. I'm sure there's lots of cool options. But they got some cool units. They got some strong stuff. Berserkers. You got your cheap chaff. Marauder champions could probably do with a something, because they're not that great. Just a little more melee attack. And then just some shock cav, and then they're sorted, I think. They don't need much more. You don't need to give them any ranged units. These are fine. Just a little bit of range. They have short range. Plenty of monsters to choose from. Don't need anything there, really. Yeah. Yeah. Beastmen, best faction. Beastmen, of course, now have 4 factions, which is nice. Got the Harbinger of Disaster and the Slaughterhorn Tribe. This list is going to look weird. We're going to have all these Chaos factions here soon. At the moment, the Chaos have only got Warriors of Chaos. Boom, we're going to have that in there. We're going to have Kislev sat somewhere around here. Cathay over here. It's going to be weird, man. It's going to be weird. Maybe make a Norskan Lord near Oxyotl. 3LC has a nice place. Yeah, we'll see. I have no ideas what to expect for whatever they may do. I feel like they'll rework some stuff. I feel like vampires and maybe Norska. I think those will be reworked for the release of Warhammer 3. So when Warhammer 3 drops, that'll drop as a rework as well at the same time for Warhammer 2, but of course that'll come into 3 eventually anyway, so it'll be done at the same time. That's a baseless theory, so I don't know. Slaughterhorn Tribe is new boy, Taurox. Harbinger is Malagor. That's not off faction. It's not off topic. Yeah, no, that's a question I've debated as well. They'll either get merged into Chaos Undivided as a faction, perhaps, or they'll just stay as they are. But I think it would be weird to have, what, 6 Chaos factions if they have Chaos Undivided as well. Can an Empire handgunner fire above a Dwarven handgunner? Excuse me. Yes, I believe so. Cool. Anyway, we could go on. We'll leave it there for now. I need to eat some food. Thanks for watching, good people. Hope you found out some stuff. I'll be back on Tuesday, where we may well do a little competition thing, which Lycus and Willow want to do, which they did before. They're going to be a 2v2 team, and anybody can challenge them as a 2v2 team, and if they win, they'll win the DLC, courtesy, I believe, of Lycus. So yeah, chance to win the DLC on Tuesday, potentially, in a 2v2. Well, in a 2v2. They'll play until somebody beats them, which they did before. It was quite fun. I can't remember if anyone beat them. I think they did in the end. But they'll play Beastmen and Lizardmen, and then the attackers or the challengers can play whichever factions they like. Double green skins, and it's an easy win. Can Jabba Slythe beat high tier dwarfs? Probably. I don't know. Its damage output seems kind of slow. The Jabba Slythe's a bit of a weird one. Its damage and animations don't seem to do a ton of damage because it goes all over the fucking place. But the constant damage mortis engine effect would probably go to work in a crowd. I haven't tried it enough yet myself, to be honest. But anyway, we'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. Back on Tuesday. This releases on the Wednesday, is it? I think. I'll probably do a stream for that. We'll play some multiplayer battles. I'm going to do a tournament soon as well. Don't know what these hands are doing. Crab hands up high. Going to do a tournament for some kind of prize. It'll be a community tournament though, so it'll mostly be people who are often around in my Discord and stuff like that. If you're decent at the game and you want to give it a shot, you can join the Discord. I'll probably do some like qualifiers where anyone can just come and play, and we can just check out some new players, because I kind of know the good players of the community. So I kind of don't need to watch them, but if anyone new wants to try and challenge and jump in, that's all good, but we got to see if you're actually any good. Because I've trusted people before when I've asked them, how good are you at Total War multiplayer? And they say, yes, I'm pretty good. And then they're fucking terrible. So, and then they go in the tournament and I don't realize they're terrible until they're in the tournament, and then it's kind of a wasted slot. So I want everyone in the tournament to be good, basically. So we need to just test people out that we don't know, that's all. But maybe try and do a 16-man, or it might just be an 8-man. We'll see. So yeah, I think that's everything. Thanks for watching. When playing co-op Norse and Beastmen, can your ally build a city when a stone is nearby? Good question. I'd imagine not. But that is a good question, actually. If I had someone who could play this, maybe we test it out. But maybe we can do that on Wednesday or Thursday. Thanks for watching, people. See you Tuesday. Goodbye. Where is the off button? There it is.